criticizing who? I'm maintaining that Joseph Boga is a rogue. I'm criticizing now. So the authority legally you said you were threatening us. You he fought hard to become speaker just to put picture up from place to place. You think we have that thing on? He can't talk about my criticize. That place is living room.
You seem to be afraid of the statement of the speaker.
What statement? The men are wrong. I'll be afraid of wrong statement.
The speaker was very
but
tell you lawmaker down. You're not talking outside the house.
The name Yaga can never be tied down. The name Yaga can never be tied down. This place is not my place. It's not my living room. And that is why I say inside there. I spoke on English and somebody wanted to corrupt me. I say you know all the English you just sit and they play corrupt. And I'm that quote that quite said really couldn't say take it back. I maintain my statement. I can never take it back.
Are you saying your colleagues are corrupt? And this is the same thing the speaker said.
I stand by my statement. The statement made.
They are concerned about castigating the house outside the
they hold someone that got good character. If we talk about castigation. They hold there somewhere. They hold that become an embarrassment to the Liberian people. My statement made inside there that lawmakers are corrupt. I stay my it. I can never reverse it. And now I wonder what I should reverse it after I can reverse it. We need a put money.
The speaker said there are 17 members who can take action against you.
Let them go ahead.
You be expelled. Let them
go ahead.
When you continue this
if I will be expelled for saying that Joseph Boga took the Liberian poll $10 million, he has become an embarrassment of growth to go build property in Lofa. Then we have I challenge him.
Have you received your
I have not. I have not received the number 10,000 and the report. That's the reason why we're calling for executive to know what happened to the port development money. Then that man can't talk about that man that call himself presiding Rete Kun can't talk about when you go outside you criticize. I live in your house. Do I live with Rete Kun? I want to go to Ombota Women's office.
Yeah, you go in your
Do I live with Rete Kun? I don't live with Rete Kun.
He's a speaker.
My man, let him get up for you, man. What God speaker?
He's a speaker.
Is he a correct speaker? He's a crooked speaker. That's what I'm saying. I am making my statement. Like Rete Kun is a crooked speaker. I will not regret my statement. I can reverse it. And I challenge him. I challenge whosoever that want to take action. I'm making like Rete Kun is a crook. Now that is what I'm saying inside there. I'm making like Rete Kun is a rogue.
You are risking expulsion.
But he kept on bringing up my living room.
You want to be expelled?
He kept on bringing.
The speaker gave a mandate.
I needed to say what?
Nobody, no lawmaker should discuss legislative activities outside of session.
I'm discussing it now.
You are
I'm discussing it now. The Constitution says it's the right of the public to know. We have to respect the Constitution of this country. The people need to know. We were sitting inside and do things that brought our senior by the people of this country. Never Rete Kun. Never Rete Kun.
But they get power to expel you.
But then they go ahead. When are they starting it tomorrow?
You sound feared. You sound so feared.
Bossman, I'm working for the Liberian people. I'm the only Liberian in the country that brought government to power. After 1 week, I said I don't want to be the road. I don't want to be a road that you put. I left them. Show me one Liberian that way. They were said they become criminals like them. Joseph Boga is a rogue. He said when I create this outside, right, I'm making a Joseph Boga is a rogue. I can never reverse that statement. If that statement will be the end of my being representative of this country, so be it.
Are you tired of being a representative?
I'm not tired. We came here to speak. Lawmaking is advocacy. Lawmaking is advocacy. And now that is what they are afraid of. They don't want to talk. Why you don't want to talk? Why do you probably report district number 10? You can't give them the 50,000 US. You can't give them the 37,000. How do I do development in my district? Should I take my salary that me and my family are supposed to eat? No! My salary for me and my family, not for the poor district number 10. Thank you.
Thank you.
So that was the reverse of what we get called by expressing himself. He was being thrown out. Session along with Honorable Tawambe and Honorable Eugene Corey of uncounted district number 3 there. All 3 of them are being thrown out of session. And we are here. Thank you for sharing. Thank you.
For yourself, Rete Kun, and talk about don't get outside and criticize. Don't get outside and criticize. Don't get outside and criticize who? I'm making a Joseph Boga is a rogue. I'm criticizing now. So the authority legally you said you were threatening us. Rete Kun, he fought hard to become speaker just to put picture up from place to place. You think we have that thing on? He can't talk about my criticize. That place is living room.
You seem to be afraid of the statement of the speaker.
What statement? The men are wrong. I'll be afraid of wrong statement.
The speaker was very
But tell you lawmaker down. Do not talk outside the
Look,
house.
the name Yaga can never be tied down. The name Yaga can never be tied down. This place is not my place. It's not my living room. And that is why I say inside there. I spoke on English and somebody wanted to corrupt me. I say you know all the English you are attending and you just sit and they play corrupt. And I'm that quote that quite said really couldn't say take it back. I maintain my statement. I can never take it back.
Are you saying your colleagues are corrupt? And this is the same thing the speaker said.
I stand by my statement. The statement made.
They are concerned about castigating the house
What you
outside the
they hustle like someone that got good character. If we talk about castigation. They hustle there somewhere. They hustle become an embarrassment to the Liberian people. My statement made inside there that lawmakers are corrupt. I stay my it. I can came here. People took the Liberian money and they have it. They don't want to give it. Joseph Parker took the Liberian money and building a property in local country. $10 million US. Where did he get the money from? Where did Joseph Parker get the money from? You can't report district number 10 development money in the 50,000 and the 37,000. Why you can't get a report of district number 10? That's why I told the speaker is listening on road. I told him. I told her Luther. That I can't get dropped you know where he spoke the UN the every student.
So what do you make of the statement?
Nobody can tell what to do in the place. I was elected. I will criticize if I want to criticize.
They say if you want to criticize, it should be in session, not
Husband, I will talk outside. I'm criticizing now. I said,
you will see the rapper sounded to the men after speaking outside.
That criminal regime, I said, criminal. I'm maintaining my statement that you're criminal. Bossman, I will get back in there. I will get back in there. And the issue of the photo will be discussed. Joseph Parker will not steal the proper money and burning horses for himself. And we cannot get the people of district number 10, 37,000 and 50,000 US. It is a plan. Bossman, when I come back again on Thursday, I will disrupt that criminal appointment. I'm here, Richard.
So ever since your district development fund haven't been given to it?
You know, the Joseph Parker took it. You know, Joseph Parker is another common criminal. He took the proper money and burning horses for himself. That's who he is. Joseph Parker is an all-man rogue. We came here, people took the proper money and they have it, they don't want to give it. Joseph Parker took the proper money and building a property in local country. $10 million US. Where did he get the money from? Where did Joseph Parker get the money from? You can't report district number 10 development money in the 50,000 and the 37,000. Why you can't get a report of district number 10? That's why I told the speaker is listening on road. I told her Luther. That I can't get dropped you know where he spoke the UN the every student.
So what do you make of the statement?
Nobody can tell what to do in the place. I was elected. I will criticize if I want to criticize.
They say if you want to criticize, it should be in session, not
Husband, I will talk outside. I'm criticizing now. I said,
you will see the rapper sounded to the men after speaking outside.
That criminal regime, I said, criminal. I'm maintaining my statement that you're criminal. Bossman, I will get back in there. And the issue of the photo will be discussed. Joseph Parker will not steal the proper money and burning horses for himself. And we cannot get the people of district number 10, 37,000 and 50,000 US. It is a plan. Bossman, when I come back again on Thursday, I will disrupt that criminal appointment. I'm here, Richard.
So ever since your district development fund haven't been given to it?
You know, the Joseph Parker took it. You know, Joseph Parker is another common criminal. He took the proper money and burning horses for himself. That's who he is. Joseph Parker is an all-man rogue. We came here, people took the Lebron money and they have it, they don't want to give it. Joseph Parker took the Lebron money and built his property in local country. $10 million US. Where did he get the money from? Where did Joseph Parker get the money from? You can't report district number 10 development money in the 50,000 and 37,000. Why you can't get a report of district number 10? That's why I told the speaker yesterday on road. I told her Luther that I can get trouble, you know, when he put the UN, the early students.
So what do you make of the statement?
Nobody can tell what to do in the place. I was elected, I will criticize if I want to criticize.
They say if you want to criticize, you should be in session, not
Bossman, I will talk outside and criticizing now. I said, you
will see the rapper sounded 3 men after speaking outside.
That criminal, I said, criminal. I am maintaining my statement that you're criminal. Bossman, I will get back in there. I will get back in there. And the issue of the photo will be discussed. Joseph Parker will not steal the proper money and building horses for himself. And we cannot get the people of district number 10, 37,000 and 50,000 US. It is a crime. Bossman, when I come back again on Thursday, I will disrupt that criminal appointment Joseph Richard.
So have they, so ever since your district development fund have been given to it?
They know the Joseph Parker took it, building horses in Lofa. You know Joseph Parker is another common criminal. He took the proper money and building horses for himself. That's who he is. Joseph Parker is a all-man rogue. We came here, people took the proper money and they have it, they don't want to give it. I said, let me explain, honorable. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, go. The number 10, my supporters. I just want to speak to the press briefly. I'll be speaking to the press on Sunday at my base. While away from the country, there was some situation with the Laker drummer, Chief Justice. You know, because he wanted to be Chief Justice, he did a lot of things. He dissented his opinion on issues when it came to the Constitution. And let me inform the Liberian people in this file is the impeachment bill that I'll be presenting to the House to be placed on the floor next week. The impeachment of the liquor drummer, Chief Justice. You have gone against the laws of this country. I think he needs to be impeached. So I got my impeachment bill here. While away, I talked to my team of lawyers. They work on it. And I'll be presenting it to Richard Kuhn, the presiding officer, to be placed on the floor. So justice can be served. So the law, justice, the laws of our country can be respected. Let me say thank you to the people of District number 10, to all the people. I came to District number 10 to make me the representative of District number 10. I can assure you people that whatsoever statement that was made by that criminal called Richard Kuhn will not deter us. The people need to know. The Constitution talk about the right of the people to know, and we need to inform the people. We came here to represent our people, and we have to inform our people. When you get out there, don't criticize. We'll live with him, but we'll elaborate on it further on Sunday. I just wanted to tell the impeachment bill. It will be on my page when I give it to presiding Richard Kuhn for it to be placed on the floor. The laws need to be tested. The reason why Nyami Bese proceeded the way he proceeded, when he was called drummer, when he was called King Use Soccer, he descended his opinion because he was too desperate to become Chief Justice of this country. That's why he has been proceeding the way he's proceeding. Now I got document to present, and I will put it on my page. Monday morning when it's being sound for by criminal Rachel Kuhn. And I stand by my statement when I'm calling criminal insertion. I stand by it. You cannot look at your colleagues and threaten your colleagues. I do not live with him. Maybe other colleagues live with him. I don't. And I want to challenge him. Anybody want to fight, I'm ready for you. Anybody that want to join him to fight, come, I'm ready for you. So I will be speaking to the press on something. And this impeachment bill will be placed on my page for the people to go through it. Right now, I'm not going to put on the page until it's signed for by presiding officer Rachel Kuhn. Let me say thank you. I will take 4 questions.
Yeah, Honorable Kolubai, you made mention when you were booted out of section by the speaker on not receiving your money for your district, the 30,000, 37,000, and 50,000. And if all of these things you have said, if the money is not given to you, what would be your next course of action?
Well, I'm talking to my team of lawyers. We'll be taking lists to court, and we will be calling, we'll do a communication to call the finance minister to tell us the status of our money. But the finance minister already said that the money was sent and that land was used. So we want to know, look, we can't be joking with the Liberian people. We don't have Joseph Walker taking, look, I will speak to the press on Sunday.
Honorable Koluba, you made mention of impeaching the Chief Justice. What are some of the reasons you want to impeach the Chief Justice?
Well, the reasons are all in here, and it will be for the public to see. Look, when we want to make Liberia better, we need to respect our rules and the laws of this country. If the laws are not respected by people that we should go to, like Yami Bwese, that have been too desperate to become Chief Justice, to the point where you have to reverse his decision. The law need to take a course. All the counts are in here. I just received it just now from my team of lawyers. They sent it by one of the filing clerk to me. And the Liberian people will go through it, and I put on my page, and they will see what is in there. But it will be signed for by presiding officer of Rachel Kuhn office. The chief clerk's office. That is where all our communication goes. To be placed on the agenda. If it is not placed on the agenda, we will ensure it's placed on the agenda, because if the Chief Justice is corrupt and desperate just to become Chief Justice and bending the laws of this country, who can we go to? There's no need to have a Supreme Court. We close it down and let there be general justice.
My take is you saying the Chief Justice being corrupt, and there's some allegations against the Chief Justice. It is recent happening of the Chief Justice, or it was during the time
when my impeachment bill is placed on my page. If I have to discuss it now, I think I'd rather put it on my page. I said it will be taken to the Chief Clerk's office, that's signed for our communications. Then it will be for the public. I see. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me take a view up here. I'm saying presidents, former presidents, and also up here at the back of you on your wall. But I'm not saying the president of the Republic of Liberia, Joseph Boakai, and I'm also saying the former speaker of Funanti Kofa, and I'm not saying the current speaker Rachel Kuhn, and I'm saying former President George Manawia, former President Eddie Johnson, Charles Taylor, Samuel Kayando, Gaddafi, and also Ibrahim Touré of Burkina Faso, and not Joseph Boakai. Why?
I don't regard him as president of this country. Joseph Boakai is an embarrassment. I can never put it. This is my office. Who picture to put here?
He's the president of the Republic.
No, he's not. He has become an embarrassment, a corrupt 85-year-old crook of this country. You see a picture here? This is my office. I decide who picture to put here. I decide to put one picture if I want to. Not to put, you can have an 85-year-old crook. I put a picture here, then myself I become a criminal too. I put respected people picture in my office.
Yeah, one may say you criticize George Weah back and forth. And now we are saying that the former president picture is here. Why are we sensing, or why did you do it? Maybe others may say you did it to provoke the current president.
No, he's not being provoked. If you behave well like an elder, you'll be treated like an elder. If you behave like saying we'll dish you up in the cup, and that is what we're doing to him. He has become an embarrassment. The commitment made to the people of this country, is he living by the commitment? Or they thought we're not going to know that they took 10 million and building property in Foya, right? Why?
Not Joseph Boakai. Why?
I don't regard him as president of this country. Joseph Boakai is an embarrassment. I can never put, this is my office. I decide who picture to put here.
He's the president of the republic.
No, he's not. He has become an embarrassment, a corrupt 85-year-old crook of this country. You see a picture here? This is my office. I decide who picture to put here. I decide to put one picture if I want to. Not to put, you can have an 85-year-old crook. I put a picture here, then myself I become a criminal too. I put respected people picture in my office.
Yeah, one may say you criticize George Weah back and forth. And now we are saying that the former president picture is here. Why are we sensing, or why did you do it? Maybe others may say you did it to provoke the current president.
No, he's not being provoked. If you behave well like an elder, you'll be treated like an elder. If you behave like saying we'll dish you up in the cup, and that is what we're doing to him. He has become an embarrassment. The commitment made to the people of this country, is he living by the commitment? Or they thought we're not going to know that they took 10 million and building property in Foya, right? Why would we bring somebody? Look, I will speak to the president.
All right, thank you so much.
Just to become Chief Justice and bending the laws of this country, who can we go to? There's no need to have a Supreme Court. We close it down and let there be general justice.
My take is you saying the Chief Justice being corrupt, and there's some allegations against the Chief Justice. It is recent happening of the Chief Justice, or it was during the time
when my impeachment bill is placed on my page. If I will have to discuss it now, I think I'd rather put it on my page. I said it will be taken to the Chief Justice office. That's some for our community. He built economy. The young man from Stadium. Mohamed Alon, that John we are talking here, carry hero. He came back, he built a academy. Don't we ever build a academy in this country? Nothing. Don't we ever have a backyard fee for people to come after him? Nothing. How many persons don't we have ever produced outside of politics before coming to politics? Nothing. But we support the jobs we are on the basis, just on the basis of popularity. Think we are crazy animal lover? No, we are not crazy. Not crazy. The time has come for the young people in this country to get support. And people saying, I don't have support. I don't have support. Are you kidding me? Yeah. You know they need somebody beside Kerry Street. Yeah. You know they need somebody on Kerry Street, beside Kerry Street. Go. A grand came back on the robbers posted the other part of Liberia. They need somebody as a husband in this country. My forefather planted a seed politically in this country. It's unarguable. I left Dr. Samuel and supported we at the time on the basis of popularity. What changed? We gave you the country for 6 years. Why you brought a change for the people of this country? Somebody Ecuador. You know, in politics, You got to bear patience, long and time. The Bible said in the book of Ezekiel chapter 3 verse 1 to 2, there is time and season for everything. Your man need to take a time. The vice president got to take a time. He took desperate for the presidency. But I will tell you for free, we are not here to see how best politically to remove Joseph Walker for the presidency. 2029, we carry Joseph Walker back to the presidency. Because we know there's only Joseph Walker can confront us here. If the God politically that we place in a wheelchair, God forbid. God forbid.
That is good. We will call on Liberian number for our opening prayer.
This Vivian Nambo will not take
Father, in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, the God of the universe, oh God, we say thank you so will be done, not the will of man in Jesus.
You are welcome.
Dr. Kabake will not come on the podium for welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Today is a beautiful day, and we are grateful to the Almighty God for bringing us together to grace this wonderful occasion in which new vehicles are going to be commissioned. So not to waste any time, I would like to say thank you to every one of you people for coming to grace this occasion. You are very, very much welcome, and thank you for coming. That's thank you so much.
Thank you for that powerful welcome statement. The next item we have here, we have special statement. This will be done by our dedicated CEO, our hard-working CEO, the CEO when he says
Dr. Victor Kazra, who is the CEO.
You can have your seat. You're far too kind. Good afternoon, my beautiful people, staff of Jackson F. citizens, Capitolians, Vice President's office, Honorable Jeremiah Kuhn, the Ministry of Health, Honorable Dr. Luis Poto, the Law Mayor present here today, the Office of the District Representative, Honorable Representative Glica, who's being presented by Mr. William, present here today, other stakeholders of Capita and the region here present, the CMO and members of the management team, the general workforce of the hospital, members of the press, people of Capita, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon to you all. Today, as we assemble here for this great initiative and commissioning of 4 out of 7 vehicles that's to come for the usage of the Jackson F. Hospital. It brings me joy, and joy fills on my heart for the accomplishment of this great project. Over the past 15 to 16 years, the hospital have not received such fleet. So this is the first of its kind, I believe, since 2015. So we'd like to say thank you to the President of the Republic of Liberia. We'd like to say thank you to the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. For this great initiative. To the SMT and our general workforce of the hospital, we want to say thank you. It is because of you that we are here. And I recommend good measures and good policy to make sure we get the best out of these vehicles. Like I stated earlier, we have 3 more vehicles that's going to be upon us soon. We have 2 ambulances. We're hoping that from now till November or December, those ambulances will arrive. And we have another Fortuner that's going to be on its way soon as well. So again, we'd like to say thank you to the President and the Vice President office for making this possible through the arrest gender of the government. We would like to also say and be very clear that there will be 0 tolerance on the misuse of these vehicles. These vehicles are intended to boost the health service and delivery service of the hospital for said purpose. It's not going to be used to pick up passengers along the way. It's not going to be used to rent. It's not going to be used for social activities. It's going to be used solely for the hospital and its staff. Once again, we want to say thank you to the President and the Vice President office and his team for his unwavering support to the hospital in all aspects. Again, these are 4 vehicles, and we have more to come. Which one is an 18-seater bus for staff transportation, and and 2 ambulances and 1 SUV that will be in the country soon. And I may add, we are in the midst of hopefully from now to December to be able to get our new generator that's going to come. And we're in the process also of starting the expansion of our ER. And we'll also be in the process of building a new ICU, intensive care unit, next year. And we'll also be in the process of building a new dormitory next year as well. So we have a lot to do, and the best is yet to come. So again, I want to say thank you to everyone, all the staff for making this possible. Thank you, and God bless you.
The voice of Dr. Victor Kaja. He is the CEO of the Joseph Theodore Hospital in Tapeta.
All right. Thank you, CEO. Let me be very quick to say we have the office of the Senator Nyan Twayen, represented here by Honorable Saint Bang. Saint Bang, you are highly welcome. Last night, let me apologize on behalf of the administration. Last night, our securities were overwhelmed with the kind of crowd that came in the fence. We know that there is a hospital compound, such group not supposed to come. But because our securities were overwhelmed, That's the reason why you saw the kind of crowd that came inside. So we are very sorry for that. We know that our patients, they are all in good care. Thank you. We have column for remarks. The first person on our agenda here is the office of the Honorable Representative, District Number 6, Honorable Thomas Weekie, represented by our friend and brother, Mr. William Slappy.
Represented here are the official open dedications of the review. William Slappy will not make a special remark. Now move to this podium. Mr. Natl for all the contribution issues.
All right. It's the people say we want to use this video to say your presence here is Harry Natl, the Vice President's office. We will carry it down. Our hard-working city mayor, the office of the senator represented by our Senpan, our Ronaldinho.
You can follow us on all of the handles, and we surely will bring you all of the latest from Liberia, Africa, and the rest of our one world. I'm Weekie Brooks this morning. T. Nicholas Barkley is behind the camera, and we're certainly here together as a team to provide the necessary critical analysis, and your interaction at an appropriate time will be well welcome and needed. But folks, this is the People's Program, your breakfast info component program that takes you across Liberia. At your doorsteps, your offices, your vehicles, your sick bed, your business center, wherever you are, we are certainly there serving you palatable breakfast, dinner, supper, lunch based on your timeline. But it's good to be here again this Wednesday, the 15th day in September, and the year stands at 2025. And we're certainly here to walk the walk and talk the talk. And as usual, I have to shift the paradigm of our democracy without fear or favor. Undiluted truth has spoken on this platform, and the very hard truth I say here. I'd like to welcome all of you again this day. I'm Weekie Brooks once again, but this is it. You know, folks, I quietly over the period of time sat and we have listened to Liberians. We have listened to officials in government, listened to folks in the opposition black student groupings, civil society groupings, leaders and other folks who have spoken on the issue. You know, we've been marked in this country over a period of time with domestic violence, as well as we have seen the issue of rape over the period of time from the last government and up to this government, where officials of government in time past and present been alleged to have raped underage and have taken advantage of the position on people. Because, you know, these things at times are allegations until proven. Yeah, we need to understand this thing. But we have listened to the debate over the period of time of recent. We have the deputy suspended minister of youth development at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Brian McGee. We had one other consultant there at the Ministry of Agriculture also was alleged to have raped another child, which is facing persecution. But folks being concerned that why is it that the suspended deputy minister Brian McGee yet to be placed behind bar when others who these allegations have been leveled against are currently behind bar awaiting trial, or some of them who have served there right now. But the police is saying all of what they have conducted investigation and this, they have not been able to find any evidence. But folks are saying this suspended deputy minister he's been protected because he's a key figure of the United Party, and so he's been protected by the Inspector General of Police, the Minister of Justice, and all of those who should be involved into this matter in hindering it. And folks, the views are divided. I will be clear. Honorable Brian McGee is a very long-term big brother to me, but I want to bring this matter on the floor this morning, not to protect and not to defend, but I want you to listen to the Inspector General of Police, and we'll come back to look at these things and see as to whether you can buy some of the justification why this man is not behind bars and others are there. You know, it said that everything will politicize, that because, you know, and some of you, your opinion and views are right because these are the actions you have seen over a period of time. Sometimes this allegation, maybe it's because he sits in a position, he's so powerful, but that's the reason why he stays and protecting. But the police say, oh yeah, he been cooperating, he been reporting, and you know, every time at the National Police Headquarters, you always go to report, you know, with his statement whatsoever, and been working in line. But whether these things are justifiable or not, I want you to sit back and listen to what the Inspector General of Police said at the regular mega press briefing on yesterday. So you hear from him, and we come back and we do our own analysis and see where we are. What is government, what are these men being cheated, being protected, while others are facing the very same allegation and they're behind bars yet to be tried. So I want you take your political garment and see what is into this matter. Whether it is true that government, and if government is protecting this man, what government stands to benefit, and allow other folks who yet to be tried. We listen to the Chief Justice, that people behind bars for over 10 years yet to be tried. So we will listen to the
reasons, because it's strategic. You're trying to get things done for the hospital. I would also like to say thank you to the Chief Accountant, Apoy Bayama, for all this hard work. And we'd like to say thank you too to our Emmanuel Johnson, who has worked so hard to be able to get us to this point. And we'd also like to say thank you to our procurement person.
I'll play you the about this issue of Liberians who've been speaking about the allegation level against suspended Deputy Minister of Sports, Minister of Youth and Sport for Youth Development, Brian Bobby McGee, who people believe that he's been cheated, he's been protected because he's a hierarchy of the Unity Party, and this is a government, the Inspector General of Police is also, and you have hired other folks who've been with their own, some of the senators or officials of government, people from the opposition, people within government, normal Liberian citizens will be commenting that if it were ordinary person, this person should have been behind bar by this time. But the police have said, with all of the investigation done so far, they disclosed that following a thorough investigation conducted by the Ministry of Justice, there is no evidence linking the suspended Deputy Minister, Brian McGee, to the alleged rape of a 14-year-old girl. So the Inspector General of Police, Greg Okumo, and now they are saying this is now going to lead to a DNA test, which yet to come to fruition because according to them is due to some technical challenges they are having. But we know that the opening of the October 3rd court, the Chief Justice admitted that there are folks who are behind that for 10 years or more or even little, yet to be tried. pre-trial detainees who are there. We heard a case about one individual from the Ministry of Agriculture who is currently behind bars for similar allegation, and people are saying, but why is it? But the police said they did their own investigation into the man. Are they protecting this man? Because we saw during the regime of the recent past government there were increase of rape. We've seen it under this regime as well. Domestic violence, people starving, people and doing this, all these things are taking place. How do we settle these things? So, but the police also said suspended Minister McGay, apparently McGay have always been, coordinating. He always be submissive, turning all as usual to the Liberia National Police headquarters for further investigation, and they have seen that there is no way. It said that we want to politicize it and find all means to manufacture evidence against this man, or he's been protected. But I want you to sit back and listen. But while you're sitting, you can wait for yourself motorbike, cell phones, and physical cash this morning by playing the radio entertainment Liberia Cool Cash giveaway. You dial *799*11# at the numbers you can certainly call, or you can play, not call, but you dial *799*11#, $100 Liberian or 78 cents US. So you play multiple times, you stand a chance to win for yourself 4,000 this morning, or who knows, you can win yourself a cell phone, or you just could fit in for Saturday to win a brand new motorbike. Somebody walked away last Saturday, so you could be the next person. So all you need to continue to play, you dial *799*11#, $100 Liberian or 70 cents US. Play multiple times, and the chances are there for you to win. Put in your entries. So you want to play 2 times, put 2, 3 times. Make sure you got money on your Lone Star MTN mobile account. Trust me, and you will thank us later. But let's go now for this and listen to the Inspector General of Police on this matter.
On Sunday, October 12th, in the Johnsonville community, Mr. Prince Yelu paid a visit to his relative in the Johnsonville community, somewhere he used to live before. He came riding his bike and parked the bike outside of the relative's house and went in to talk to the relative. While he was in, a neighbor of the relative violently entered the house and said that they were looking for, and he dispatched a nurse. At this point in time, he's only identified as Michael. We're still trying to get him, but he has switched off his phone. This nurse, when he was dispatched, he did not ask for police help officially. He went and independently phoned some off-duty officers who were somewhere on the Congertown back road. He knew specifically where to find him. He went on the Congertown back road, spoke with them, they followed him. They did not call Central Command to inform of anything. So they just went on their own operation to assist this nurse to deal with this situation and try to restrain the victim. They passed the Zone 3 police station. They passed the Zone 3 Devon police station. They did not make use of any of those stations. Neither did they contact Central. When they got on the scene, the family members stayed out and they went in. A few minutes later, one of them came back with a fatal stabbing. He came running out of the room and he had been fatally stabbed. So the family took him to Cabinet Hospital, and then when they got to Cabinet looked at the wound and said he could not deal with it, so they took him on to JFK. After that incident, then a call was placed directly to Central Headquarters that an officer had been stabbed, and the suspect had fled and he had barricaded himself. So at this point in time, officers only responding to a fact that another officer has been fatally stabbed and the suspect is in the room. When they got there, one of the officers took out his badge and pushed it on the door and identified themselves as police officers. They knocked, no response. So they breached the door. When they breached the door, he didn't see anyone in the room. So he stepped aside and the second officer went in. As soon as the second officer entered the room, the gentleman charged at his head with a cutlass and he lifted up his hand and he was immediately stabbed. He was immediately stabbed in the arm. So when he got stabbed, the other officer who was in the corner decided to engage this guy. So he engaged him and they had a tussle. While tussling, the cutlass fell from him. So believing that he had secured a weapon from the other officer, he immediately turned to run to assist the officer who was bleeding. The officer who was on the ground screamed and said, the guy is behind you with a knife, because the guy had a secondary weapon, which was now a knife that he pulled and he was coming in the back of the other officer. So when he turned, he engaged the guy and that's how the knife went into his thigh. While the knife was in his thigh, they were fighting over the knife because the guy preferred that the knife stay in his thigh because he wasn't in a position that if they are pulling out that he was defending himself for a second thrust. So he's holding the knife and fighting over the knife back and forth. The other officer standing by fires about 3 shots first in the scene, to which we have a photograph here to show the bullet marks in the scene. And this is unprecedented because the use of force continuum that we operate on does not support warning shots. But there are times that you're in a situation and you have to do things right or do the right thing. Doing things right would mean that at this point in time there's a medium water danger, just go ahead and shoot. Doing the right thing he believed was in order to fire a few rounds, maybe it would have scared the guy off and then it would have de-escalated. But that did not work. And the suspect, the victim continued to pose a mortal danger to the officer who had the knife in his thigh and even the one standing next. After the warning shot, the officer used the same service weapon and he fired at the victim who got injured and later was taken to the JFK hospital and pronounced dead. We regret the incident. At this point in time, investigation is ongoing. The use of force continuum, looking at the shooting. Hopefully tomorrow we will conclude it because there are 1 or 2 officers that we could not speak with, especially the one who got the fatal stabbing. However, I mean, this case is in 2 different proportions. Those who went without the call of Central to respond to the scene on their own and did not give the appropriate information to caution the responding team, and the use of force continuum. So hopefully by tomorrow or later this week, we'll have a detailed concluded report on the exact use of force report and that of the other officers who intervened. But so far, so good. As far as we have seen, we have not fully identified any breach yet of the use of force continuum as far as where the investigation is. On Sunday, October 12th, in the Johnsonville community, the Prince Yelu paid a visit to his relative in the Johnsonville community, somewhere he used to live before. He came riding his bike and parked the bike outside of the relative's house and went in to talk to the relative. While he was in, a neighbor of the relative violently entered the house and said that they were looking for Prince, that Prince was a motorcycle rogue. And immediately he started pushing all around, pulling his ceiling down. So Prince came and said, well, here am I. I'm not a motorcycle thief. Before he could even end that, he struck him, and then the entire crowd broke into the house, pulled him out, and executed what you all have seen on the different videos that are circulating. We want to use this means to strongly condemn that action. It is a complete violation of his rights. It's a violation of humanity, and it just speaks to how low the society has stood. If we have members of our community that we will be standing for and defending using the same human rights value, can't even wait for the rule of law, then you wonder where we are. However, we have launched an investigation. We have arrested 6 persons from that community. The neighbor who jumped in the community is on the run. His neighbor's residence and pulled the guy out. He's on the run. But fortunately, the person he was visiting can identify almost everyone who participated in that particular strike against Prince Hill. So a manhunt is on for all of them, and we can assure you all that they will be arrested and justice will be served. From the last update on the Brian McGill case, we were at the point where his phone was being analyzed. We had exhausted that of the cell phone tower records, which supported his alibi. And we had 2 last steps, and that was one, the analysis of his phone, and that of the DNA testing. The phone analysis has come back, and we still have not found anything incriminating in the phone to have him charged. So at this point, the last thing we're looking at will be if we can find any other information from the DNA analysis. Unfortunately, the machines here are not working, so we've asked for help, and we're still waiting for response from the government that we've asked for help on this issue. And let me say this: we're investigators. We cannot allow our personal emotions to lead the investigation. Then basically, we fail. We've already failed. And to a larger extent, I think emotions are being high for all of us on this particular case. Unfortunately, we just have not been able to establish the probable cause. In this case, I know there was a case cited about Puma versus Republic of Liberia, where this guy was accused by the lady, and yes, he was brought in to answer, and he was charged for his crime. If this had been a case where this girl, in an isolated area, in a bush or somewhere, had an encounter with this particular man and said, this is the man, yes, we're arresting for him to come and vindicate himself. What makes this case unique is that there's electronic evidence that contradicts what these claims are. So on the basis of that, we cannot look at an outright contradiction of the evidence and go ahead and make an arrest. I would like to re-echo, no one is above the law. As a matter of fact, Mr. McGill has already been suspended, so if it's his right and dignity as a minister that we're trying to protect, I think by now that has been stripped off him and we should be able to do the needful. Unfortunately, in this case, what the needful is not what everybody else wants to hear. But we're still looking, the investigation is not closed. Something did happen to the little girl, and we'll get to the bottom of it. I know there are tons of questions, so I will stop here and thank you. Take your seat, sir. Please
My name is Joseph Selim. Have it quiet, please. My name is Joseph Selim, and I report for ABC Radio. Mr. IG, thanks for the update. On our law, an accused is presumed innocent until proven in a court of competent jurisdiction. We all know that the rape law is not billable. And we had a situation with an accused in Batam who was arrested for an alleged rape case. We have tons of rape cases of people who were allegedly accused allegedly for committing a crime. They are injured. What makes the Brian McGill case so different? Because he is an accused. We are not saying that he's a rapist, but he's an accused. Why is it that the police cannot forward this case to court for him to exonerate himself, then for us going back and forth and looking for DNA and evidence? It is the court that determines that.
The case is long. Let him one please. Thank you.
I'm not Mr. Sano. Okay, yeah, the minister. Mr.
So I beg you, let you the police who here first, then interview the minister.
Okay.
I'll get asked.
Yeah. You get back on the ground, man.
Yeah, please.
My name is Racer Steve Lina, right for the or IG man concerning South. Or is this a new way that the National Police has beginning to investigate rape cases by conducting the innocent? Because in the past, we know how rapists are being treated. So is that a new way that let's say you introduce it to the investigation?
Thank you. New way. Thank you. Next question. Okay, my question is the IG. My name is Ezekiel T. who I report for Encounter Radio TV. Honorable IG, they are according to the girl's father.
If for any reason the police didn't do their work properly and the prosecutor believed that he has something to prosecute, the prosecutor would disagree with us and tell you, say, yes, then the case will be, I can prosecute him, and will be forced to do so. The prosecutor is right there working with us. The prosecutor says, based on what the findings are, he doesn't have anything to prosecute. So don't just put it on me. Call the prosecutors from the Ministry of Justice. If they believe that there's something for them to prosecute, let them tell us. We're not lawyers, they're lawyers, they want us to do the technicality. We're enforcers. So if they believe that there's something that they can take to court to prosecute, let them tell us, we'll give it to them so they can prosecute the gentleman. Look, nobody trying to cover up anything here. I told you before, I ain't know Brian from anywhere. And even if I knew him, I would not even put my career up there for him. So this particular stuff is on the basis of good evidence and good evidence only. You asked about others that are accused are in jail and why not Brian. Listen, this is not, we're not setting a new standard. We're not just setting a new standard. DNA is not an immediate requirement. This is just us exhausting. So from day one, maybe if for any reason I wasn't clear in what I said, let me just make it clearer here. We did not say DNA is, we must have DNA before we can arrest Brian. No. We said that we have exhausted everything else. The only thing that's left for us in investigation now to say that we can do in this case is to do DNA. Because on the normal investigation, if it was any ordinary case by now, we don't close it because we've exhausted everything. But for the same reason why we know that we got to exhaust every avenue before people come and accuse us, because this been our minister, that's why I didn't go to the further. So we go into the last step. DNA stuff, yes, if we had it, if it is an added advantage, it's a necessity. But it's not a requirement to say we must have DNA. In the case of the guy who was charged, the contractor for the Ministry of Agriculture, that particular situation, we didn't require DNA. Why? We could place the person who called the girl, we could place somebody seeing the girl in the room, we could place the girl in her bedroom. And the medical language was very, very clear. So we have probable cause to arrest. That's what makes it different. If like any one of you here, everybody sitting out here today, I mean, it's okay because it's someone else. It's not one of you, but today when the table turn, definitely you want us to do exactly the same thing that we're doing here today. Listen, everybody been crying for a change in this country. You want to see the right thing done. But nobody knows what this change looks like. Change is painful. These are the things that you've been praying for forever. These are the changes to make sure that people who are taken to court are properly investigated and have sufficient evidence. It's a part of the change. It's a part of the change. Nobody here to cover up any crime. We are committed, dedicated civil servants. We have given our lives to the service and protection of the state, and to also ensure that people who we are responsible for their safety, especially young children, are protected. Why at this point in time would we want to cover up because somebody who just been given an opportunity to serve? It doesn't make you any better than anybody else. I don't stand here any better than anybody. It's just an opportunity that I have to serve today. It's just an opportunity. It doesn't make us any better. It doesn't put us above the law in any way, shape, or form. So look, not take the politics for these things. Let us look at it from a clean lens. Look at it from a clean lens. If for any reason there is anything established that this guy, look, it go in the next 2-3 years, if we're able to establish one link with a many guy, you'll still be arrested, you will answer for a crime. For now, we haven't found it. So, I mean, people should just stop trying to think that there's a political situation. It's not. Thank you.
All right, so good afternoon, I'm Larry STB, and I report for another thing. Quickly, Mr. Agi, can you confirm to Liberia as to the whereabouts of Mr. Brian McGill?
Thank you. My name is Nathaniel, and I report for Mr. Liberia. Mr. IG, you know, Jenna has already informed the public that this girl was tampered with. And then this girl mentioned the name of the minister, the former minister, and then you're telling us that you have done everything possible, you're only waiting for the DNA. It means that you might be free, just in case. So we want to know what specific, you know, checkup that you have done that I already make this guy free, only waiting for the DNA. Lastly, be to that. Under your administration, we're seeing violence all over, including, you know, police being victimized in the process. The question is, what are you doing? If the police themselves now cannot defend themselves, they have been beaten by KK, you know, and all of that, how can the citizens themselves trust you that you can protect them? Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Desmond Nguyen, I report for Democracy Watch newspaper. Thanks for County ID for updating the Liberian people. This is a sensitive matter, and of course, we in the press are interested to know what are the authorities are. At what point in time in the investigation did the LNT establish that there was probable cause to make an arrest, and why has not that happened? Given the alleged medical report that confirmed that there was sexual penetration of the survivors. And just a follow-up to that, what is the status of the survivor as current? Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So the first question is, where is Mr. Brian McGill? Mr. Brian McGill reports to Central Headquarters on a daily basis. There's a log that he will continue to sign until this case is closed. Mr. McGill has surrendered all of his travel documents, his passports, and everything to the Liberian National Police. And even though at this point in time we do not have a charge that we could use to issue a NASCR Republic on him, we have alerted the immigration of the ongoing case that any attempt that he makes to leave the country, we will be notified about it. Yeah, the violence, a lot of violence under my administration. Well, the violence that you're seeing is a result of the anger in the community. The overwhelming anger. And the reason why that anger is directed at us is because the police is the graphic representation of the state's authority. We are the ones who you can see for everything that you're dressed for. The Lord, because we can see by the time you see over that flame on our shoulder, that we the way you can get the minister the way you can see. By the time you see all that
the IG, Gregory Cole, will tell you about some of the recent incidents that have taken place in this country. Specifically, he went to this issue that has been discussed hugely about the suspended Deputy Minister for Youth Development and Ministry of Youth and Sports, Brian McGee, that they have not been able to lay their hands on any evidence linking him to the crime being alleged that he committed. So for this reason, he asking that people do not put their personal feelings and emotions into this matter, but they should see that they are investigators, where if the fact that the president have taken action to have this man suspended, but they have not seen a probable cause to have him incarcerated. But there are folks who believe that he's been protected and the police been biased, like in the words of the senator of Maryland County, LIBERIA Brown, who accused the Inspector General of Police of being biased, or the police or the government of shooting this man, but yet getting at other folks who have alleged to have reportedly committed the same crime. But let's listen to him too as well.
And why do we always have the encounter? It is because in the
that may not have caused death, to have shot his leg, to put more fear in him so that he can be disarmed. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Aji. My name is Ayuha, and I'm opposed for today's event. Now that you are asking citizens to remain calm until the final investigation that have to do with the DNA test. I'm concerned have to do with what if the DNA test proves that suspended Bryant McGill is innocent. Will you drop the case or you continue further with the investigation? And what if they accuse Bryant McGill? What becomes of him? Second question.
One question, sir. Make a follow-up.
Thank you. So my follow-up is, if gender telling the Liberian people that this girl was tampered with, and then you also telling us that you have carried on a lot of checkup and there is no evidence. What are those specific,
And this is where we are, So, the Maryland County Senator J. Brewood Brown, he said yesterday, the accused of Liberia National Police of practicing double standard in hindering this identical high-profile rape case. And he's pointed finger that they are protecting the suspended deputy minister. And there are folks who have called for the Inspector General of Police to go, that he has performed dismally. He's been pouring in his execution of his statutory duty. But there are folks who believe that no, he's been performing. There are mixed reaction, mixed views in the public. And there are folks who think that it's time that the president actually do some reshuffle or have some people giving a marching order and bringing new badge that will come in to stir the affairs of the state in the right direction, that citizens feel more protected, whether from the legal side or whatever. But these are some of the areas we now find ourselves. And that's where folks are speaking for today. So you see, now he's talking about the police is protecting this person. They've been selective in the enforcement of the law as it relates to rape or other domestic violence in their investigation. And they have seen that this is not something good to practice. But the police who are investigating the case at the Ministry of Justice, they said they have not been able to find any evidence or a probable cause to say, yes, the man did this, so we got to put the man there. He got the way behind bars. But in the case of Kurman, who was arrested, charged, and today is still at the Maroon Central Prison for allegedly raping a 14-year-old girl into Invata Bush or Ale, why he's in jail and this man is out. But the police said, no, we have not. So they're doing some forensic investigation, trying to see how bad they can do some DNA, but they say there are some technical challenges, whether the monitor or the equipment whatsoever. But this is where we are. This is where we are. So Senator Weekie Brown said the police, He was being high on them. He described it as inconsistent and politically influenced approach to justice. In his word, he said, this is why citizens continue to question police decisions. And that's why he said on the Senate floor. The why now, in this case, are we seeing a delay? Are we going to have 2 applications of rape laws? So he's calling for equal justice. But there are folks who are also saying, look, we cannot place a man behind bars for a crime that we got no clue of and cannot have a single evidence against this man. But there are folks who believe that the government is shielding this man because he's a deputy minister and comes from the Unity Party, so that's why he's been protected. So they've been biased in it. But you will have the time to speak on this matter with their candid opinion. I know how painful it is for some of you who today are victims of crimes that you did not commit and serve some time in jail. Today you are out. This is something that is happening all over the world. How do we end this thing? Where is the foul play coming from? Why this man is being protected? What government stands to benefit if government is protecting this man? We have seen other folks who have served time behind bars who did similar. But if government do not have the evidence or any facts against the man, should it be compulsory because the public is having outcry that this man should be arrested and placed behind bars? What do you stand to gain? Should we rather follow the law, or we do everything politically to implicate people in crimes only because the names are mentioned into these things? You will have the time, but we will go for our sponsor break this morning. While you are there, but while you are there, you also have the time to win some cash this morning and some fabulous prizes. Who knows? Maybe I will call you for cell phone. So you got to be playing multiple times. You dial *799*11#, the option 11, and you will thank me later. So let's go for our sponsor break. Mary Mangai. They're in Bonaz Farm, opposite the Coma Tissue Factory. Is like a herbal supplement, a Liberian owned, that is curing many other sicknesses and diseases in this country. It's Liberia owned. It's not something imported. Made right in Liberia from herbs, tree roots and all that kind of thing. And the Ministry of Health, the government of Liberia, have licensed and certified these people. Yes, indeed, the supplement, the herbal supplement, is there to serve you. So it's not a shrine, it's not where people go call susu to tell you that somebody true go out on you, that somebody made you all a day, that somebody, but there are do's and don'ts. So they give you the don'ts to tell you what to do, what not to do in terms that if you somebody who can consume alcohol, you'll be told not to until you complete those small E. coli and snuff and all of these things you will be told. But let's go for this morning and be right back.
Yes, it's Marie Manga. Have you heard about the one and only Marie Manga herbal supplement? Marie Manga is a Liberian-made herbal supplement. It helps to boost the human immune system to fight against cancer, pressure, and many other sicknesses. Meanwhile, people that used to sell the Marie Manga herbal supplement in Bon, Nimba, and Lofa County has finally settled down in Moserado and its surrounding. The Marie Manga hot tea supplement is available now in the following office stations: Bona Farm, opposite Mankumba Benu Tissue Factory, King Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection towards OES Transport Building. Kakata, Mangibi County, Bassa Community, around the radio station. Ganta City, Glelu Community, around the People Street, YMCA Junction. Campley City, Nimba County, Broad Street, opposite Facebook, Vonjama City, Lofa County. Yes, it's Marie Manga. Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement is a registered supplement with the Liberia Medicine and Health Product Regulatory Authority, LMHRA. For more information about the Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement, contact us on the following numbers: 0888-856776, 0777-444-591, and 0775-499549. Yes, it's Marie Manga, Liberia own Herbert Supplement.
In your sickness, he will take care of you. Hold your heart. Hold your heart, oh sister.
Yes, it's Marie Manga. Have you heard about the one and only Marie Manga Herbert Supplement? Marie Manga is a Liberian-made Herbert supplement. It helps to boost the human immune system to fight against cancer, pressure, and many other sicknesses. Meanwhile, people that used to sell the Marie Manga Herbert supplement in Bon, Nimba, and Lofa County has finally settled down in Moserado and its surrounding. The Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement is available now in the following office stations: Bona Farm, opposite Mankumba Benu Tissue Factory, King Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection towards OES Transport Building. Kakata, Mangibi County, Bassa Community around the radio station. Ganta City, Glelu Community around the People Street, YMCA Junction. Campley City, Nimba County, Broad Street, opposite Facebook, Vonjama City, Lofa County. Yes, it's Marie Manga. Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement is a registered supplement with the Liberia Medicine and Health Product Regulatory Authority, LMHRA. For more information about the Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement, contact us on the following numbers: 0888-856776, 0777 444 591, and 0775 4995 49. Yes, it's Marie Manga, Liberia own Herbert Supplement.
In your sickness, he will take care of you. Hold your heart. Hold your heart, oh sister.
Yes, it's Marie Manga. Have you heard about the one and only Marie Manga Herbert Supplement? Marie Manga is a Liberian-made Herbert supplement. It helps to boost the human immune system to fight against cancer, pressure, and many other sicknesses. Meanwhile, people that used to sell the Marie Manga Herbert supplement in Bon, Nimba, and Lofa County has finally settled down in Moserado and its surrounding. The Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement is available now in the following office stations: Bona Farm, opposite Mankumba Benu Tissue Factory, King Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection towards OES Transport Building. Kakata, Mangibi County, Bassa Community around the radio station. Ganta City, Glelu Community around the People Street, YMCA Junction. Campley City, Nimba County, Broad Street, opposite Facebook, Vonjama City, Lofa County. Yes, it's Marie Manga. Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement is a registered supplement with the Liberia Medicine and Health Product Regulatory Authority, LMHRA. For more information about the Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement, contact us on the following numbers: 0888-856776, 0777 444 591, and 0775 4995 49. Yes, it's Marie Manga, Liberia own Herbert Supplement.
It's the folks are there in Bonaz Farm opposite the Kumba Tissue Factory, Kumba Benu Tissue Factory in Bonaz Farm, Pizio. Folks, you can go there, explain your problem. Somebody will be suffering from ulcer, rheumatism, low blood pressure, sexual transmitted diseases, stroke. There are a lot of other things the folks are doing there. Once you get there, you asked, obviously, the Black Factory, and they will direct you. You can go sit with the folks and explain exactly what you've been going through. And you will certainly have us to say thank you, because these people are doing extremely well. They are saving lives by the special grace of the Almighty God and doing extremely well. So go there. So some of you who be having problems for all the period of time, you are taking your pills, sometimes you feel okay, the next thing you're back into it. But when you get there, you meet Mr. Gray, you'll talk to you, the guys are very hospitable and everything okay there. But back to this issue, because Senator Brown He's now urging his colleague senators not to remain silent on this matter. And he said the police must act with all fear of failure. And he said every citizen, whether a minister or a market woman, must face the same law. So this issue of the suspended Deputy Minister Brian McGee, who has not been found liable or guilty of the crime that he allegedly committed, but the police, they have not been able to find any evidence to hold this man behind bars. But there are belief in the public that he's being protected. Is this case being given a clear judgment? If government is protecting the suspended deputy minister, what government stands to benefit? And if the opposition people or the public demanding that this man go behind bars, what also? Are we also concerned about the victim? What are we offering? But the police said they have not been able to gather any facts that he committed this. But investigation is ongoing, and they want the public to relax that they are the investigators, and they stand not to benefit absolutely nothing from having this man being protected. But this is what Senator Brown spoke about.
That proved that this man is not linked to allegation.
I would say, okay, that one year. Let's go one step further. We prayed to the court. The court gave us this follow MTN and Orange. We went through it. We looked at the time that it was alleged that the victim claimed this particular incident occurred. So we look at the time. If you have your phone on you, right now all of us, our phones are here connected to some kind of tower right around here. So based on where you are with that phone at that particular point in time, it will show your connection to that tower. So when we look at the time that the claim that this incident happened in 2 different days, it puts into a completely different area than where they're claiming that this particular incident occurred. We went one step beyond. We went and reconstructed the crime scene, walked point by point, review the video again. And somebody said, well, maybe you think the could play with the video. So we carry experts in to look at the video. If you cut a video, you know the CCTV, it has timestamp on it. So if for any reason they cut any part of that video, you'll see it will jump from one number to another. They watch that video straight through. It didn't show anything cut from it. The victim made a statement, and even apart from the rape itself, even the victim's statement even contradicted what was captured on the video in the portion that she's even in. So there's just been a lot. Every time you try to dig further, you say no. The girl, there's something true in this girl's statement. It's just that we have not established it. But these are the different steps that we've exhausted to.
For rules order administration, we are currently engaged with the Civil Service Agency for the standardization of the salaries of the central administration. Right after this afternoon, the committee will be meeting with officials of the Civil Service Agency. So police, please join us 2:30. Civil Service will be here. It will have budgetary implication, and so upon completion of that exercise, we'll get back to plenary through the President Pro Tempore. The our committee on electoral threshold and boundaries delimitation that I chair received the final copies, official copies from Legis. We just distributed them. So please, let's read them Very shortly, we'll be having all the public hearings involving the National Elections Commission, as well as wages for our final determination. Now, having said that, let me move to general issues. The general issues, there are two issues I want to talk about briefly. One is at the Governance Commission. A few minutes ago, we tried to ascertain as to whether there was a vacancy at the Governance Commission. For the past 2 years, we've been discussing the Governance Commission is floor. And it's for very good reasons. This country fought war for 14 unbroken years. And when we assembled in Accra, we asked ourselves, why did we fight war? We said it was bad governance. For this reason, the CPA, the Accra Peace Accord, established the Good Governance Commission, which later on became the Governance Commission. But we see today the Governance Commission is becoming the grounds for the practice of bad governance. For 2 years, we've had to send it for confirmation. The prevalent rate of rape in our country, babies were being raped, killed. So we said, let's swallow that bitter pill until we can reverse the trend of rape in our country. Today we see that the Inspector General of Police has introduced a new phenomenon in the application of the rape law. He's asking for DNA test from the American embassy. This country has
to be the handbags. But there are folks who also believe that folks who today, only because the issue, they were said to them that you raped, you stole, and some of these allegations, just these allegations, that folks who stay behind that. And so let's look at this thing from your own perspective. What the United Party stands to benefit protecting Bryant Mikey. What is opposition stand to benefit? It said that the law should be the law, or we just need to see these things and politicize almost everything, or impose our emotion and feelings into other state matters that should be handled by professionals. But we think that politics must play. Is it being protected? And if so, why? Is he somebody who's in the possession of key information of government, and government got to keep will protect him, because if he's incarcerated, he will spill it out and it could cause the downfall of this government? What is there to protect him? But the police have stated, look, we don't have anything. We know people are behind bars for similar allegations, but we had evidences or facts that took them there. And I'd like to hear from you this morning, your candid opinion. 0775 919 919 0880 919 919 are the two numbers you can call us on to be part. I hope you sat and listen with comprehension. Please don't call and get to different things that we now discuss. Let's talk to this caller on the line. You're live.
Good morning, Mr. George.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to all Texas Liberians. The name that revealed the chief was the third, and I wish this morning around the nation's capital on everyone. If Mr. Griffin over has forgotten, let me put it in mind. Everywhere our president goes,
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. About or vocation, he always talks about the rule of law. And the rule of law means the center point what is happening, all in the agenda of the arrest. It's the best the people just honest. Why did our number of former men in the close to compared to? He was trying to in Liberia prison prison.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. Your line is terrible. Good morning. Let me talk to this caller. You're live.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, I'm Fatu Command. Yeah, so your talk to putting this to all the council of investigation. Yeah, on the quickly to the issue of the I think the great thing, great case involving the suspended deputy minister, one my game. I think the issue of sexual and gender based violence is something that will create the attention of all well-being Liberians. Yeah, because respect for female should be upheld to the letter. But on the other hand, we should be very careful. We should be very careful how we accuse people in this country. Even though all of said that the suspended deputy minister is not agreeing when it comes to prosecution.
Yeah, the police said he's been cooperating, he's been reporting, but they have not been able to find anything that would possibly have him arrested so far.
Yeah, sure. The issue of the case, the police, the prosecutor have that possible for investigation. And the police have the expert in our feet. According to the investigative report, all of the processes when it comes to investigating this great matter.
Yeah, but the Maryland County Senator is now accusing the people of being biased, and they are applying the law in two ways. One, the law should be the law. That's what Senator Brown said.
No, Brown, the senator should remember like. It's a public video. Sometimes maybe they want to back him on public sentiment, but the public sentiment against this case is very, very high. Very, very high. You know, like that the person that come out and maybe will investigate, do not go into the details of the matter. They want to come out quickly. We
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning, sir. Okay, you're welcome, sir.
My attitude has been strong today with matter. You see, our country is such a way that we stop and we don't look at the other side of the coin. Police have to investigate and from the power source and somebody report, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now there was a similar issue that just occurred and the police and the government was charged with central court. And the police said they had evidence to get the man or something is wrong. And the parents of the child were able to help them through the investigation to provide evidence.
That's Kuran who allegedly raped another 14 years old girl.
So let's not forget, we have other million works of drugs that were brought into the country and
yeah, but yet there was no evidence that those who were arrested, there was no evidence to link them. At the end of the day, they were all acquitted and their cash were returned.
So in an investigation of such a matter, even the break case is strong that it is non-bearable. But it becomes to a point that you will be charged. The sense of course, nobody will do you, but if you don't have an evidence, if we don't have an evidence to charge you to send you.
Maybe also based on the level of education, people are not being able to provide the level of education when it comes to the rape law in Liberia, how people are arrested, when people are linked, and what are some of those facts or some of those evidences that you need to present before somebody is held liable for such allegation.
Right. It's not beautiful. It means that if you go to court because you will not be guilty. And who was in the case of court? The police, based on the evidence that was gathered, right? But if the police found no link of the accused to this crime, and the parents of this mama are not cooperating to get any structural evidence of the police that use this court to have a man convicted, how would the police just send him to court? Only to tell the public that the same somebody go. Let's not forget, if they happen that way, if the police just think that way, they assume that somebody accused to the day of rape and they tell you to go and go behind back. Don't forget that other people will plot against other people with brutality just to see them behind.
Okay, you made a point. Let's talk to others. You're live.
Good morning, everyone. And good morning for the East Mountain for Electoral District number 6. My name is actually
The prime neighbor to the vice president. Go ahead.
Thank you very much for the great recognition. Weekie, that's why we've always told people the issue of divisive politics or the issue of politicizing everything, that's why we found our country keep going backward. Let's take, for example, what happened to the former Chief Justice, Scott, when an application was, level against, when application was level against her. Right away, the police go and arrest Constable Biamba, who said no. We also refer this to the former speaker, Falati Kopa, when there was an application also leveled against him on the ground of the chapter building. The police just, arrest him and hold him Biamba, who said no. We also look at the issue of Inagodo. When there was an application leveled against her, the issue of drugs within this country. The police go and arrest her and put her behind bar, we say no. So we have to not politicize everything, but rather go through investigation. And we are saying the police are very professional and they will do everything in human possible to have the case, resolve and go through the proper investigation. With the dynamic leadership, honor is what President the God said here, His Excellency President Joseph Boakai, we believe that Nigeria will keep developing and there will be no divisive political peace. And we, the citizens, very determined citizens, who wanted to see Nigeria to another level, will set and land all those one will come and divide.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Yeah, Giuseppe Smith calling from Kingsfield.
Please go ahead, sir.
I want to thank you this morning for your topic. But when people always talk, we don't know who is the main citizen for this country, because the law or the police, now the law, but the police people always standing for the people that working, hurricane, people. When I want poor boy today, that said that boy rape, that in jail, my brother. Tell about putting in jail. We're not asking, we're not investigating, tell them putting in jail. So, what would they say? They found no clue here and they all start working, boasting, and they saw all that evidence. So the 14 year old get up today, or was it so much that they lie on him? All the photos they saw, no evidence. Stay outside. So, they all go there. So throughout and they jail to them to the law investigation. So who is the business in the country now? They go and get money and they want to keep it now. They are buyers of the police. When all go to be in jail and they get investigated for in jail where? So because the banks of credit and so who? So they
okay.
Now.
Thank you. Let me talk to other callers on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah, my name is Robin C. Johnson, and I'm calling from the district of Mopali, Mundapano district. I want to say something that brings people in my meeting, and you'll be very clear this morning what I want to say. The statement of which the RG made yesterday to the bigger president, I want the RG to know that he got children, he got daughter, he got nieces and nephews. That 14 years old girl will not just get up from the blue car and now on prime again. When you're doing something, you must think tomorrow. When you put your finger at somebody's foot, it's coming back to you. The odds you must take into consideration that nigga is not crazy. He's nothing wrong. He is your son and rightful man. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity this morning.
You're welcome. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, this is Drewski with people in the GS this morning. Yeah, we can see the kids here. No, I'm trying to be very orderly. One of commenting I have a daughter, DNA for so much that I know.
This case will serve as a precedent case in this republic. This identical case. Because I'm just informing yesterday in the director of police that there is no DNA machine for now. The current DNA machine is now playing magic on nation. Now struggling with the issue of DNA machine. So it's a start for this nation. And that little in no way are supposed to. But the fact is, in this nation, many people are being bound to be set for their allegation. Some lost their son, some die in prison because allegation. An allegation is something you have to authenticate. It is never proved and authenticated. But many people are being bound. Like I said, once for this appreciated case, and all of the character of police, you have to make a very good idea in the machine. So give that little girl justice. It's so sad. You cannot tell her no DNA machine to fast track that case. And you have to look at she's called a stigmata or father now when they're right in search of justice. Why do you tell the people of this country? You have to be serious.
Thank you for being part of the conversation. Let's talk to other callers. 0775 919 919 080 919 919. Let's talk to this caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Lado.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Mr. Bro, I've got a point down there yesterday that's landing up there.
But you see, the people said they are investigated. They have not been able to find any evidence to put this man behind bar while he awaits trial. But he also saying the public should not just sit because they all call for somebody to go to jail, then they will get adhere to it because they have seen some of these things. Okay, thank you. Let's talk to this caller. Good morning. Let me talk to this caller on the line. You're live. 0775 919 919 080 919. You're live.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah,
Please be audible. Speak up there. You on the radio. We don't talk secret here. Go ahead.
President for the country include all the rules and regulations in this country.
So that Joseph Boga raped, that the president raped the girl? That the president raped the girl that you talking about, he broke all the rules and regulations in the country. So he
broke all the rules and regulations in this country and said Joseph Boga to become president.
Okay.
And now the federal command men are there for the RT. He's defending the gospel and see that the guy got money. They no further evidence on the guy.
But you got evidence that because this man got money, he has given money to the Inspector General of Police. Now you're accusing somebody now. Thank you. You Liberian people, this is the problem. You accuse people of things that you can provide evidence. Then people who are investigating tell you, we don't have these facts, but you will still say no, they lie because they're receiving money from somebody who is worth it. Yes, we know these things happen in Liberia, but can we sit quietly and look at this issue and see what police or what do people want to defend this man for what reason? Who is he so much that they will defend? Let me talk to this caller. You're live. Good morning. 0775 919 919. You're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning.
So they were on social media. So we supported the government. We not supported the reference minister of the RG. The RG, you understand that the real law, they say we have no available person. So the moment you said the day you wait, the way rest is with them back, or the better it's not very clear to look what the RG is. Why am I getting big beyond back? Why is that the case? Why am I getting not free? Why am I getting back free?
But the RG said the last thing that they are looking at is whether they can find anything from his DNA analysis. Unfortunately, he said the machine here are not working.
No, we're not
So they have asked the government to help. Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You live.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let me give you sorry for this here. Let me give my kind of opinion on this issue. I want to say thank you this morning. But I think that Gregory actually is disrespectful to the president, and I blame the president of the Republic of Liberia for not taking the appropriate action on Gregory. I think Gregory needs to leave. Because administratively, you saw the president play his part. So you have the police director arrest the individual in question, put him beyond power. So soon are you telling me all the waste cases that in the country which you release all the cases on them we found a disease that can actually tell that maybe it's totally wrong. If the president has come on and said there could be action and regularly accident, see the president of the Republic of Liberia actually applied President Joseph Walker for not taking there could be action on the act of the Republic of Liberia. Thank you this morning.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You live?
Hello.
Yeah, let's hear you.
I want to just call out everything at least. And somebody tell you that you should carry them to court.
Let's talk to this caller. You live?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I was wondering.
Yeah, people audible. Your line not too good.
I was saying, no agreement is most important in case of offense. The police know the person that make a difference is opportunity and a matter of time. So therefore, the law is that the red law is not available. So therefore, the crime actually should be arrested. Until the expenditure is done, will be free or opportunity sentence.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your worker.
I'm Michelle. I'm calling from Ogamisa. Yes, the matter of the rule of law is only for the richer people within the country or for the poor people. Because looking at it right now, this can only if they were in the case of one little old boy around them, but now they ETO while they're giving investigation. When police are having investigations to go through DNA tests, all the others are here to say we're discussing pregnancy issue and riot. So some of these things we need to look at it. Well, the law that needs to be, implemented based on whether you're in power or you are not in power. The rule of law needs to be respected, whether poor or rich. You can have a country where maybe when you have money, you have right, when you have everything right with you. So that they don't get it.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You live.
Good morning, Babylon.
Good morning.
Well, again, the situation we're talking this morning, the RG is not doing what they're doing. The RG is providing where it pass any time to anybody found how the victims in the country. Actually, yesterday, what you found, they collect so that now you try to interpret it for us to say, no, to sufficient evidence, about good medical, and beyond that. It's the only country has to be careful.
See, somebody will sit down like that, power, talk all kinds of things when it comes to investigation. You see that all people make. This is the case now, the issue that people play in the country. It's not payable, but now the next will be back from the other. No exception to that. I think they say suggested it clearly. Let us be careful. I'm not confident on the
Thank you. Let's talk to this caller. You live?
Good morning, Weekie.
But I can't complain.
Thank you for the most clear and I join from the balance between the what people forget about students and people is really some environmental work instead of structuring. Even the AD or whoever is present. So what's supposed to happen with the minister working? What the minister of God for the president? Everything that the next movement is very the president what people that start saying I said, no, the president do whatever goes on. The president goes to this government here, this don't stop it.
So the president actually insults spending the man while investigation. Do you want the president to melt into the investigation? Whether the man he did commit the crime or he did not, because the president needs to please the public, so the president will say you have put the man in jail. But the police who are investigating the case have told us they yet to have evidence on this man to have him be held back. But the public all cry, will we be following some of these matters based on public sentiment that we just convict people, or based on political lying? You think he's being protected? If he's protected, why is he being protected? What the government stands to benefit in protecting Brian Money?
Even the thing that is right. For Fado, they get to the second man. I didn't they get to the second man.
You getting report that they about to sack the girl's father? Okay, we will follow that. Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, sir.
Go ahead.
Thank you for the topic of discussion. For me, I just had 2 points on the track. One is it said now that people have to be investigated before they be arrested to be traded over to the prison compound. 1, 2, where are the parents and that child? Where are they? I want to know. I want to find what is that child saying English in the country. The same thing, look at the RG and the government. And they also look at the parents. The kids have the compromise. Let the parents speak to the child is in abroad, so we can know that. The child is not in abroad again. So that will be.
Thank you. Yeah, another allegation again. Good morning. Very welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Brooks. Good morning, very well. My name is Liberian. My name is Liberian. My name is Steve. We are calling in from Super Junction. I have been following this case for a long time. So we shouldn't just politicize everything. Why would the government they try to shield this man, Brian McGill? That was the best case. My own detailed opinion is that because they Brian McGill is a certain minute, because every minute, the way you reach about George, you have to do what's in it for me. I want to look at it's funny, he's buried back in that other country. That's the reason why we need a, to make a case for it to be out there to pass back. Brian McGill, he's no more than any operation. Even can't do that today. But why would they or up the road or 40 days or wait like they go to the boy or they shooting and stuff? They can even arrest them today. But they go in to see out there to go and when we here, I mean, we are different here now. We're not over everything is finished. So I want to tell President, please, if this one wanted to be in country there, that is for us, that is going to order, that is the legal way like because we want to follow the game from public sentiment. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Yeah, good morning, Steve. Good morning to Natl and good morning to my great people. I'm going to become a Natl, let me say to the government, the guy about the office. whatever it is, consider the Liberian people today. You know, for 8 years, the policy is now there, I did it. They say that they're compromised with the police and the other with the churches.
Can you please help us? Can you please help us to give facts or evidence why it been compromised? Tell who and who did it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, please provide the evidence, because if you don't provide the evidence, like you said earlier on, I will cut you off because you're not gonna lie to the public. Give us facts. All right, then don't call to say it. Let's talk to other people who making meaningful contribution in your life.
Good morning, sir.
You're welcome. Jogo Martins.
I'm calling from here. Yeah, we see what the police director want for this family to say before we get to the lady girl that we're talking about, the 14 years old, does he have no dealing with Margaret to say, oh, I will laugh on you? That's why the man said, and the man went astray. When the police, even the hospital come and tell the girl was temporary. How was temporary girl? They get 14 years old. She is still at 10th grade. Why she will be brave to laugh with the minister? Why is she doing that? Between the two of them, she will be brave. 2 hands and both laugh for the minister. Now, let me tell you something, see? There's case when the case that will get the elected party to lose the election, so let's do it now. That's the thing with you. Then second serious, that they will not overlook it. The women are there, maybe their husband and advantage. They see they when they will not do anything, we will not allow you to vote for 2029. That is coming soon. Let us discuss the matter, tell us that people something better. Thank you.
Thank you for being part of the conversation. Let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
There is coming people and I'm calling from there at this point. You know, we have been able to move the reporters. You know, sometimes posted to me anything or the government cannot be able to win on the cases. Law is routine. Law is routine. Now, because, as they said, when you are alleged to be a report, I mean, you are a gate, I mean, you get the gate. Sometimes they will have to do investigation so that government can be able to lose all the cases. Government other cases because there are no proper investigation because to take people to jail. If people were still government of Liberia for going to jail, government will have to pay money. So that when someone do take time, let us take our time, let the police do that investigation, and then they come with a fight that whenever they are taking the money to the court, the government will do the rest. The lady, our Jews is stay here. The parents are here, right? If they are doing the investigation and look at it, they can start all the things there to hurt people. So let evidence come, and not because somebody is a federal minister, and we all say because that minister know, and that's why he's not going to do. Sometimes police can investigate properly before taking some of these cases to court. One point in time, this is one of the judges conclude not to me. We can't get police force there in jail because somebody they have regret, and that job was that police on our import. You know, somebody can go, oh, we give it. That's why you got more people in there for nothing. Even though the laws are there, some of these laws have to be investigated. Thank you this morning.
Thank you for being part of the conversation. Liberians are speaking their minds. Good morning.
Good morning, Weekie.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, Weekie, to the church from our here to the city from the country. We will thank you so much for your solution. We will go conservative rating and we can talk about rating in this country. And you know, we come up with one that we said. There are people who do something like that with young people. But that young man called on a ground who then put in jail. The guy is doing in jail. You have to go to arrest him and put in jail and they can't go. If you wrong and you arrest him, you sue that family people. But that doesn't mean you just found all around them people saying all this because people want to settle. We keep going. This is one who lives in and living apartment. But that living apartment will do that. Let's say every day yes. If I come to come and get to the thing like that, it's not like in jail. Before they can go and put on that talking. So that may be in jail. We can go. That may be in jail. We can go too. When I get the on that is a mere rest, they mere wrong. Then they can think of
Thank you for being part of it. Let me say good morning to Mr. Zizi being as usual, always following in Tinga's village. Good morning.
Good morning. One of the great ambassadors of our land.
Good morning, sir. Please go ahead.
So, Weekie, thank you for the topic on that discussion. I think the person we need to be commended. Just by some of our countries of official map, we're not using something of this or very time in our Mercedes in just of the state. What happened? So, I think the person needed to be commended for this fact that he was able to sustain this minister time investing.
Yeah, to make sure that he facing investigation, if found guilty, and face the full weight of the law, because the president have taken action. This is something that has not been properly established. So people calling for the president to dismiss, but I don't know, but you know.
No, but rather they think they have a doubt hanging over the government, so they take some measures to far the government can be safe.
Yeah, okay.
Now the safety part about area is the police IG. The police IG is on intent for none of two states. This country, whatever is really there is a rape allegation cases have been hanging over somebody. People, the first thing the police normally do is go and arrest this person place until the court process can be ongoing. But that is not what happened in the case. It is what suffering this police IG. This police IG, the public are dodging him based on his attitude, action towards this delicate case. Well, the president is not part of it. I think we're supposed to get it back up together. The president has been serious for the fact that suspending this man for him to get that about that. All he know that he's going to find out and know what is wrong or right. This man has this kind of cases hanging over him. And we often see that other people have been placed in your back until investigation can be established, until the court process can be handled before the people believe whether you are wrong or you are right. That has been a normal phenomenon of our country because people can escape. Last the last one we want to escape this country. Allegedly, to the state that the president has told the law from the allegedly. I mean that the police are not actually cases. Allegedly, so what they expect us.
Okay. Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You live.
Thank you. Thank you for this is fantastic. So, all of us have always prayed for the right thing that we have done. Ryan, the one so when the law is ready, and this again is always of course, somebody said, seriously, why did you take that? Then get out of Samara. The rest of the people in here, they were not over here. They were there to know the you have to be here.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. Please be audible when you want to call. We don't talk secret here. You're live.
Good morning, Weekie.
Good morning.
This is Abraham Chama calling from DC.
Okay.
You see, Weekie, this is the issue whenever we are coming or recently the gym, we have some documentation on certain process that is on the side that is one.
When the man is accused of raping the lady and happening under the population, but when you go through the investigation and the man is right, the woman remains on doom. It doesn't publish more to know that she's a liar. That's one aspect that will be there. When you accuse the man of raping you, the man is published all over the world to be known as a rapist. But when the investigation goes and the man got it right, the woman also should be exposed that she can lie. That's the one we're fighting for at the time, but we decided. The second one is the argue, the interesting music. What I left of you in the speech when you play is the face that the girl was tempered with. So it has not the man the girl was tempered with. I think the guy should be apprehended this time down. Whether he the one to do it, and I'm the one to do it, why are you waiting for the DNA? That tempered with is one of the primary cause in your criminal investigation and then investigating Amber. For example, there's a youth leader plan. At the time, in that almost happened here, you remember? Weekie?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did it there, and they went to the investigation, the boy almost died here, and he was found free, and he's property. Nobody cares. So, in as much as woman, you can tell that the hospital established that the girl was temporary, meaning Brian McGee to be the prime suspect first. It will be behind by why waiting for the DNA report. But it will not be fair for you to keep the man at the back because telephone conversation is not a rape. Pornography sending to her is not a rape. The connection, the interaction that you have with the girl is the one that the people are asking for. And the hospital established that the girl was temporary. Then the girl was temporary, and Brian McGee is the one that he didn't come outside, the red woman. But now, please, there are examples of people here who started out with damage and they went through the case and they were set free. And the perpetrators who accused them remain on. So at this level, if this guy, Nana is not known, official is not saying for criminalization. But if Brian McGee is right, he says it should be published as a lie. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's talk to this call on the line. You're live.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Wano. I'm from Kingsport. My question is, where should the accused be according to our law in this country when investigating? You know, they did John Jobo saying in one of his songs, they don't look at the face fell down, but look at the face of John Jobo. This is the reason why more violence in this country is at this peak. When something is happening in this country and still trying to twist the law, you see, this young man has raped someone in legislate, and then people are behind bars. Every woman is trying to kill this particular man. Did he repeal the law, the existing law, without people bringing this new law on people? When all of the evidence has been given back to the parents, my people, what kind of country is this? What country is this? This is the reason why when people don't get justice, they involve themselves in mock justice, they will say no thing. Let me close to say this. If this was Reverend Puma's mother that was raped, you were going to find a probable cause in this morning. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's talk to this caller on the line. You're live.
Yeah, good morning, Weekie.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, I'm very speaking to calling for tomorrow. Yeah, my contribution to this is that for what the police actually is doing, let us soon find out. That is the law. Let us soon. So my question to you is, will you go take all the other people who have said, assume that the rape take them for a change, bring them in all the settlement, just, correct it before the action and duty. There was some people and things, it has been an issue today, really, not very. As soon as they are arresting you, this, that. So if they were doing the wrong thing and not correct it, why is one man, a professional man that was going on with all similar things going on, and all that to do? So you see all the one man is doing 9 years here. But the kind of thing that the government is doing for God, the arresting men, hard over people, this one man, that one man, just to be careful on the radio. So what now our minds focus on kind of development, kind of engagement, taking ready to listen to on national radio. This one man, what would this one day will be an issue that because some of us who get the religion, like we get to be part of religion, like everything that go and justify why this man is that. Everything is ID will be his professional work and come on air to justify why this, that, one. So it's telling us that how it's supposed to be. And now, let us be better, family. All those people that all the men will be getting into. Let us bring them out now and find a settlement and find a fraud that they are wrong, then they can go to jail. But it's one thing, everybody's fault. And this is getting somehow, in the morning, woman, there's something different that will be the in order for the condition.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yo, let's hear you.
I'm Joe Lord calling from Seattle.
All right.
Last night I grew up in some kind of fear for one foot. Everybody to jump in it. On the police off on one. Yeah. You say the hospital is the connection with the funeral home. Okay, and the family they want to get them from God. So that's why now they go before in the country until we start loving money, then the Timothy, we love one another fight to be better, then he will go on the right way. But right now, this is not allowed in the country. It's almost like, so we have to, they left the people, everybody bring up movie. So what we expect, and that I will give every woman on that by the parent of the child. Why they can't avoid his son? They see the family because when he got his son, he will lose job. He was more job when he a mother womb. So because about before he started learning, going to school, after school, before he started learning for job. Like for example, like who left and then run after that kid. So that's some people don't put that something there to keep pointing. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. Let me take this final caller on this segment.
Yeah, good morning, man.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, I wanted to know what I want is Abraham Johnson calling for this camp. We didn't go just to start with to begin with. They call 6 years of trash when it comes to the rule of law. And we put overboard out there because we have changed. Although some of them negotiate like that. Actually, I've been a strong supporter for Joseph Dimambwaka. We never agree with this move. You know, the Bible says the voice of the people is the voice of God. I don't care when 1,000 color court today, 990 will tell you, say, what you're doing is not all right. The people down there, the white people going to say they don't do from Westport, they are less important or less abused. They make no thing there before the investigation. Otherwise, let it put any other rapists on, and then let it go through the and find out. Let it be Shinka. Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you for being part of the conversation this morning. I will take this break and we'll be back.
Crisis struggles to continue to move on. I will bring you updates, 2 committees, and then I'll use the last 2 minutes.
Cause Veronco, good morning to you. Good morning to Mervyn Pierre. Good morning to Benjamin Glenn Warner. Let me say good morning to you, Mr. Zizit Bean, then in Tingles Village. The pre-birthday lady, gorgeous, charming, Salome Bean, you celebrate your birthday on the 21st, the next Tuesday. Wishing you all of God's chosen blessing and more love to you as well. Let me say good morning to our board chair, Henry White, Captain Supreme. How you doing this morning? Ruben Johnson, and the entire folks here, the belated birthday lady, Cute Nets. You celebrated her birthday on yesterday. Let me say good morning to all of you. Okay, this is Wycliffe John, and he calls this one borrowed time. Are we living on borrowed time?
On general issues, for rules order administration, we are currently engaged with the Civil Service Agency for the standardization of the salaries of the central administration. Right after this afternoon, the committee will be meeting with officials of the Civil Service Agency. So colleagues, please join us 2:30. Civil Service will be here. We will have budgetary implication, and so upon completion of an exercise, we'll get back to plenary through the President Pro Tempore. The AHA committee on the electoral threshold and boundaries delimitation that I chair received the final copies, official copies from Legis. We just distributed them. So please, let's read them. Very shortly, we'll be having all the public hearings involving the National Elections Commission, as well as Legis for our final determination. Now, having said that, let me move to general issues. The general issues, there are two issues I want to talk about.
Break. That everybody expected them to have gone to their constituents, meet them, sit, have some discussion, make some reports. But expect senators to go back to the counties. But we always have more focus on the representatives because they control districts. They are restricted to a particular area, but the representation of the senators is based on the entire county, where we have 30 senators, 2 senators representing each of our 15 sub-political divisions of Liberia. But they have returned. I want you to sit back and listen to some of the senators upon the return, the reports that they took, their assessment. Some of you who from the counties who've been following all of these things. Did you see your senator? I want you to talk about representatives. Did you see your senator? Did you hear for your senator? And some of what they are reporting to their colleagues, are they honest? That look, yeah, we were back with our people, we were involved into health matter, we were involved into education, we were involved into the roads and all of these things. I want you to listen to all of the senators, or most of them, upon the return, and what reports that some of them took back, and you hear from them. So
we bring you greetings from the land of sunshine and happiness, the people of Maryland County. The resilient people who, even in time of crisis, struggles to continue to move on. I will bring you updates to committees, and then I'll use the last 2 minutes on general issues. For rules order administration, we are currently engaged with the Civil Service Agency for the standardization of the salaries of the central administration. Right after this afternoon, the committee will be meeting with officials of the Civil Service Agency. So colleagues, please join us 2:30. Civil Service will be here. We will have budgetary implication, and so upon completion of an exercise, we'll get back to plenary through the President Pro Tempore. our committee on electoral threshold and boundaries delimitation that I chair will receive the final copies, official copies from Legis. We just distributed them. So please, let's read them. Very shortly, we'll be having all the public hearings involving the National Elections Commission, as well as Legis for our final determination. Now, having said that, let me move to general issues. The general issues, there are two issues I want to talk about briefly. One is at the Governance Commission. A few minutes ago, we tried to ascertain as to whether there was a vacancy at the Governance Commission. For the past 2 years, we've been discussing the Governance Commission, bringing Governance Commission on this floor. And it's for very good reasons. This country fought war for 14 unbroken years. And when we assembled in Accra, we asked ourselves, why did we fight war? We said it was bad governance. For this reason, the CPA, the Accra Peace Accord, established the Good Governance Commission, which later on became the Governance Commission. But we see today the Governance Commission is becoming the grounds for the practice of bad governance. For 2 years, we've had the chairman and the co-chairman that have not come to this Senate for confirmation. In fact, the Supreme Court had ruled that their nomination and appointment was illegal. Yet, they are still in that position, managing and executing the budget that has been approved by this body. We are going for the 3rd year.
Mr. President and colleagues, let me say thanks to you. Mr. President, permit me to raise some issues on behalf of the people of Mozzarella County.
These people are still there. I will make a bit of communication for plenary to invite the Minister of Justice as to why the executive cannot honor and respect the decisions of the Supreme Court of Liberia. The second thing I want to highlight has to do with the applications of the writ law. In 2014, our colleagues that were before us passed a law, the harshest law.
I'm one of the senators that represent Mozzarella. Mozzarella County, we are not happy. No consultations with decisions that have been made with actions in the county, most especially the activities of the Ministry of Public Works within Mozzarella County that have affected almost half of the district. This is the rainy season period. Some of those individuals, yes, we agree that government land, but some of them seek refuge during the civil crisis since 1990. They went into some of those communities to present. As a government, it will be good if there should be some arrangement made by giving them some compensations. And there are areas where government have thousands of acres of land. In rural Mozzarella County, government will give them some of those land to resettle there. But to just break those horses down and asking them to go somewhere is a difficulty for the people of Mozzarella County. In District 17, District 10 and District 6 and other districts. These are the issues that are affecting our county. Another thing I want to speak about, police, before, during our last section, I placed a communication on the floor about special need funds. The death cases at the hospitals are increasing on a daily basis. Most especially kidney failure cases. The dialysis machine that the government purchased is overwhelmed. I was shocked when I went there. And to use the dialysis machine is $300 per lap, which means you need 3 laps within a week. If you are doing $900 a day, a week, what becomes of somebody who cannot afford? So if you go there now, you notice that people are giving up. And where is this coming from? It's actually coming from the food that we're taking in. I want us to kindly look at the food regulating body, most especially.
So you got 1 minute left?
The food regulating body to look into that to see how best we can. They can look at the kind of food, the frozen food coming into the country, chicken wing, chicken flesh, and what have you. Raising serious problem. We are expecting the Ministry of Commerce to focus into some of the things for the task force to do their job. I'm again appealing to this body for special need funds. There are some of our citizens who cannot afford the costs in the hospitals. If we can come up to give them some assistance, they'll be needed. Again, I want to say, since 40 years, let me announce to this body that after speaking to the LIBERIA Electricity Corporation, as we speak, the work has started in Benton City, the capital city of Montserrat County, to have electricity and other communities surrounding there. So there are much more to talk about, but I want to focus on the activities of public work and that of the special need funds for the health sector. Thank you.
Having listened to my colleague from Montserrat County, some of which I agree with him, I'd like to make it clear and we give God glory for our return. Regarding our focus, we will be asking our colleagues to join us like before, is to place even more premium on the labor ministry. The labor-related issue in this country is troubling. We need to look at it. We must be intentional about it. The labor minister increased work permit fees, which in his view was a solution to the issue we raised here, by the fact that the labor minister, instead of advertising jobs, vacancies, to allow Liberians, qualified Liberians.
Domestic there.
No, this is not domestic. I'm not coming there yet. You know,
are they just reporting to themselves, and some of these things are just done to buy public sentiment, or they are being realistic, they're being honest, and is seeking the welfare of the citizens of our country? Because we're hearing a lot of things coming from our lawmakers, specifically our senators, the House of Adults. So when the lines are activated, please, I don't want you causing your representative. I'm talking about senators, because these are the people, most of the time, they are under the spotlight. We usually just have our focus on the district representatives, but the senators must be able to answer for the stewardship. You hear some of them talking about some of these things. Are they realistic? But since you are there, I see the boat, and somebody can win for yourself 4,000 this morning, or a cell phone, or hopefully this Saturday, based on the kind of interest you put in. You know, you play multiple times. So you dial star 799 star 11 hash, $100 Liberian or 70 cents. So you won't play 2 times, 3 times. Don't sit and wait. Let me call somebody. Let me call 3, 4 persons. Say, you want 4,000. So keep playing. Play multiple times, and you will thank me later.
One day, the thing I can tell you is the consultation will not be putting the microphone. I'm not using the microphone to campaign. I made it clear that 2029 is not in my sight. So what we want to do here is for you not to be the laughing stock out there. We can create jobs and the executive give it all and then we're laughing and the poor insulting you every day. The labor minister gave us all the jobs. Imagine if you put 15,000 Liberians to job to work in the private sector. 500, 2,000, 300, 1,000, 10,000 Liberians get jobs in the private sector that we create. By the laws we pass, the concession we ratify. Imagine what will happen to the economy of this country. Imagine what will happen to the lives of our people. As we speak, presiding, I have good, credible information that cannot be disputed. That over 600 work permits just at B Mountain expired more than 3 months ago. And the people that are working on expired work permits. So most of them they are drivers, plumbers, electricians. No Liberian. No Liberian. We cannot create the law, provide the environment, ratify concession agreements. And we said that the labor minister, in my view, sold the job for work permit. And we think we're supposed to be laughing. I will not. I'm not using the microphone to campaign for politics. Since 2024, I don't have time. I'm weak, sick. 2, Mr. President.
1 minute.
Yes, sir.
I heard on you know weak, sick.
Yeah. I don't have problem. You gotta have one thing. We can't want government, we can't allow. I mean, government, we can't allow. I'm sick of it. LPRC has been existing on Article of Incorporation. When it comes for reform, that's what we have. I'll be proposing, working with the executive of LPRC, to submit an act to establish LPRC by law.
As consultant.
So, the bill will be submitted in this quarter, in the next few days. Will also include for the legislature and the Senate, especially the people of the Senate, to review the NPA Act to bring it up to speed. Lastly, Mr. President, everything you do here to fight drug, as far as the people know, the legislature is doing nothing, so let us know. Colin, sorry, thank you. Liberia has one of the best drug laws passed by you, passed by us. But every time they get one trauma door outside there, they ask what the lawmaker is doing. Because the executive is not enforcing the law. So, presiding, in my closing, I'm also in the city, in the next 2 weeks. I'll be submitting a bill to amend the authority of Criminal Code D. Criminal Code D was established purposely with authority to fight armed robbery cases. The other criminal code in this country, especially at the table of justice, the dockets are overflooded. So drug-related cases that go down the ladder of the docket because there are other cases. I'll be submitting for your consideration to amend the authority of Criminal Code D to give it concurrent jurisdiction over armed robbery and drug cases so that we can fast track the prosecution. We do all of these things as the legislature. If the executive don't prosecute,
you didn't have to look at the big law.
And the judiciary, if sentence people according to the law, they will look at the law with the legislature doing nothing. We say send people to jail for drug. They could send somebody drug-related cases to jail for 4 years. When the law said 10 years and above. So for me, it's about reform, it's about us.
I greet you in the name of the Almighty God. During the recess, we had some challenges in getting to parts of the county because of the road and the rainy season. However, we will be in the middle of November, we'll be going back to visit those areas that we were not able to visit with the County. We want to also bring to your attention that the city of Buchanan, the process through which the previous government started with rural electrification, and I want to stress this because I was a party on the first trip with President Weah to Europe, where we brought up the issue of rural electrification. And so Grand Bassa County is now becoming a recipient of the work that we did then. We're proud to say that today. I already mentioned it, Senator McGill, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
Thank you for the information.
The other issue that I want to raise, my colleagues, my distinguished colleagues, thank you. My distinguished colleagues, I want to say that this term, I also will be producing. Thank you. I want to also bring to your attention on the national level that I will be proposing an amendment to the revenue law on royalty for minerals. I believe that it is time now for Liberia to benefit from its natural resources and to maximize that. Yes, there will be a lot of consultation on this level, but I intend to do that. On the issue of the budget, public corporations, I will serve notice.
Represent to give account is a serious problem. But now you say you will not vote for the budget for 2026 because these people, it's time now that they do these things. Now, these people must be able to present the facts, do the due diligence for the people. That is welcoming. What is the Senate part? What is the legislative part in reporting to the people in terms of the expenditure, in terms of the taxpayer money given to you? These are some of the things.
I will serve notice to my colleagues that I will
not vote for a budget this year, for next year, 2026, if the executive don't take action on public corporations officials who have refused to pay the dividends, the assessment that they've been assessed. The time has come now for us to face each other and say the facts must be presented, that you cannot take public money and use it the way you want to use it. I will not vote for the budget. If LPRC don't pay the assessment, the full assessment that will assess 2025, and NPA doesn't pay the full assessment that will assess 2025, Mr. Presiding Officer, distinguished colleague, I think it's unfair. We want to serve a notice that this legislature should not be taken for granted. We spend our time with budget hearings, we read, we analyze, and we put a lot of energy and time into it. And for one or two persons to come and say to us, I want them to know what we are doing. I want to thank. Mr. Presiding Officer, distinguished police, I will not be giving 3 minutes and you are already down my notice. I want to say to all of you, thank you for being a part of you, and thank you for your understanding. I enjoy working with all of you and look forward to working with you in moving our country forward. God bless all of us. Thank you. Good afternoon, colleagues, and welcome back to all of us. The prestigious break. Everyone has an opportunity to visit many parts of our county. Colleagues, I have the floor. Let us know. We're saying back to Ecuador. One of the areas I pay attention to during my break was the area of education. And I spend a good amount of time visiting schools, in addition to providing financial support to students and even financial support in terms of materials and what have you to institutions. But what I observed, colleagues, is very serious.
Teaching materials and all of these things are all shortcoming. But these are folks. So every time they come back from the break, they come with new energy and just say some of these things. At the end of the day, the state do not address these things. Keep listening this morning.
Because of that,
what do we do with all of the information we provide here at a briefing like this? Every time we come back, we do this. But when the budget comes to us, these things are not factored into the budget. Now, I have a problem in accounting. Most of the schools in Sino, public schools, are in a deplorable condition. Some of them, no roof. If the roof is there, it's leaking profusely. Because of that, some of the schools are not open. Let's take note of that. The budget is coming to us. Let's look at these things and see how we can address some of the problems that our people are confronted through the budgetary process. There are students who are not in school in Sino at this time because there's no roof over the school building. I'm sure for some of you who follow the social media, you might see me donating today to many schools in the county, just to ensure that they have room over their head to go to school. They should be our responsibility. They should be taken care of in the budget. And emphasizing this so that we do something about that. We look at the education ministry budget, that something is done for the school. Some don't even have a chair. Some not even a blackboard they have. They have to intervene to build a school building in one of the second most populated settlement in China that has one. That has the dilapidated building. We need to address this through the budget. Please let's do that. In addition to that, our city roads, the roads in the city of Greenville, the third regional county, you see the roads, they are all in a deplorable condition. I brought that to the attention of the Minister of Public Works, and I spoke with the chair on Public Works about that. He promised to help us. I hope that Public Works will help us this dry season so that some work can be done on the city roads. The city of Greenville, the roads are impassable. As it's raining now, the rain is heaviest there at this time.
Superintendent, the county legislative caucus. You see, sometimes these are the things I will normally bring to you people. You see, our leaders will come and bore and shoot themselves in the legs. But you sit and scrutinize the budget. You come back because you people have come from break and you have identified all of the problems. The next time when you go for a break, when they come back, we will hear these identical things. How do we address these things? Imagine you being a senator representing your county and come to make report of such. You got committee on education. You got a county legislative caucus. You got superintendent and other folks who should stir the affairs of the local government. And you come back to tell us these things. Well, somebody shot the win some cash this morning, but I'm looking at the numbers. So you gotta keep playing. Play 2 times, 3 times. Just put in 2, 3. That star 7, 9, 9 star 11 hash. You know, you play $100 or 70 cents. So you want to play 2 times at 200. Just put 2. 3 times. Make sure you get money in your loan start MTN account. 3, you put 3. 4, you put 4. Don't be afraid. You play multiple times, you stand a chance to win something this morning. Keep listening to this broadcast. Shortly we'll go to the lines.
Roads are impossible. In the city, I'm talking about the city of Greenville. And something needs to be done about that. We're going to look at the problem one budget also about how we attend to these infrastructure issues in our county. Another area of concern is the way we neglect public structures. You go to Sino County, the largest public building in the county, which is an administration building, very beautiful building before. It's in neglect. Dilapidated. It has not been maintained for I don't know how many years now. You go to the city hall, same thing. You go to the district district administration building, very beautiful building before. Nobody using it now. The one Bhuta, I mean, what kind of problems are over? Public infrastructure. There's something that we need to do beyond the just talking, to take practical measures to address these problems through the budget. And for me this time, when the budget comes in, the Senator Finley said, I will not vote for any budget that does not provide support for the needs of the people of Sino. Our roads, our city roads, our infrastructure,
You are not trying to make yourself happy on the floor. As Senator Snow said, that the stress is too many in our country. So when we come here, we try to joke it out. All right? The Senate floor is not a place to joke. The Senate floor is not a ground to joke. And what I have realized, and the people of Sino have realized, is that our major problem is ourselves. We that represent our people. The three branches of government, you find the executive and the legislatures working closely together, leaving the executive, leaving the judiciary aside. But we are taking our job very lightly and our responsibility. That is why the people in our country don't like us. That is why they despise us. The executive, when the laws are made, they do not enforce these laws. The laws we make, they do not implement these laws. But because of party politics and affiliation, we all put aside the purpose of why we are here. And why are we here? Is to have our oversight responsibility besides making laws. But we come and we use the floor, as Senator Snow said, to relieve our stress through joking. So we laugh and we joke when we come here because it's stress too much. When look at what is happening in Sino County. They labor issues when it comes to the companies that are there. No more employment opportunity are given to our people. Everything is on a contract basis. There are laws that the House and the Senate have made that the executive refused to enforce. When I brought on the floor the issue of our water being polluted by illicit miners and so-called Class B miners taking our Class B license and giving it to foreigners, in the end, the EPA director came before us and said he don't have money in the budget to go and see what is happening in Sino and the water pollution. We did nothing, we walked out of here. Up to today, the waters in our county are being polluted more. The question I ask ourselves is, why do we come here? Why do we leave our homes, put on the nectar, and come here? When we can only affiliate with the executive and associate with them through party affiliation and don't do anything for our people. No one wants to talk about what the executive is doing and how we can stop them from doing it. That joke on the floor, I think that is why we are here. Thank you, colleagues. Senator Dukwe, how are you, Senator? I hope you are not trying to make yourself happy on the floor. As Senator Snow said, that the stress is too many in our country, so we come here, we try to joke it out. Right? The Senate floor is not a place to joke. The Senate floor is not
we bring you greetings. We bring you greetings from the land of sunshine and happiness, the people of Maryland County. The resilient people who the land of sunshine, the resilient people who, even in time of crisis, struggles to continue to move on. I will bring you updates. I will bring you updates to committees, and then I'll use the last 2 minutes on general issues. For rules order administration, we are currently engaged with the Civil Service Agency for the standardization of the salaries of the central administration. Right after this afternoon, the committee will be meeting with officials of the civil service agencies. So police journals, civil service will be here. They will have budgetary implication, and so upon completion of an exercise, we'll get back to plenary through the President Pro Tempore. The ad hoc committee on electoral threshold and boundaries delimitation that I chair will receive the final copies, official copies from Legis. We just distributed them. So please, let's read them. Very shortly, we'll be having other public hearings involving the National Elections Commission, as well as Legis for our final determination. Now, having said that, let me move to general issues. The general issues, there are two issues I want to talk about briefly. One is at the Governance Commission. A few minutes ago, we tried to ascertain as to whether there was a vacancy at the Governance Commission. For the past 2 years, we've been discussing the Governance Commission, bringing Governance Commission on this floor. And it's for very good reasons. This country fought war for 14 unbroken years. And when we assembled in Accra, we asked ourselves, why did we fight war? We said it was bad governance. For this reason, the CPA, the Accra Peace Accord, established the Good Governance Commission, which later on became the Governance Commission. But we see today the Governance Commission is becoming the grounds for the practice of bad governance. For 2 years, we've had the chairman and the co-chairman that have not come to this Senate for confirmation. In fact, the Supreme Court had ruled that their nomination and appointment was illegal. Yet, they are still in that position, managing and executing the budget that has been approved by this body. We are going for the 3rd year. We're going to go for the 3rd budget. These people are still there. I will make write some bit of communication for plenary to invite the Minister of Justice as to why the executive cannot honor and respect the decisions of the Supreme Court of Liberia.
People are serving at the Governance Commission who have not come for confirmation, but you are approving budget for these people to function. So who finding themselves in the role, who aiding in abating some of the wrongs that we have seen? Like Senator Duncan said, they have seen the place look like somewhere where they go to make fun and make jokes. And they get on the floor, you hear laughter, serious matter that should be addressed, but they come back with a report, but they are representing the people, folks. You listen to some of your folks. Did you see a senator when they were on the constituency break? Let's hear from you now. That's 0775 919 080919 919. While you're also there, you have the chance to play your radio entertainment cool card giveaway by dialing *799*11#. Play multiple times and you can win for yourself something, you know. So play 2 times, 3 times, just put the numbers in. $100 Liberian or 70 cents. Let's go to the lines and start to talk to our callers on what you got and how you picture and understand from your lawmakers, the senators, now represented. You're live.
Good morning. Good morning.
Please go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
My name is Natl. Thank you for also calling that Senator Duncan. I think you stressed a very point that I think that we in Senate need to take into consideration our law, because he said something. He said there are 3 branches of government. They are all relating to one another. The legislature there to make the law, and the judiciary is there to interpret the law, and the executive is there to enforce the law. But this time around, the executive is not enforcing the law. So what are they doing about it? They are only there for party sentiment, party alliances. So in order for the people's interest to be first, they are there for party interest. So that they are here to joke, let us be there to be joking. Because they let us there to be joking. That should be a call to them. But yes, they are all senators then laughing about it. They don't even hear that some insult to them. That's deliberate and entire 6 hour long entire system body. Yes, I am as a scholar. One who the people get that this is why it just teach more men. So teaching for the more vision for our the good vision. And start frustrating this article this morning. So yes, senators laughing about serious issues that are supposed to be benefiting their own citizens this morning. Thank you for allowing.
You're welcome. Let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Hello.
Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Go ahead. Okay. We'll know your name. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm very sorry, Mr. Smith.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I'm very honored to call for the Senator Limit to call. You're afraid of both talking. Yeah, man. Children are understand, I'm going to say there's some both and before and class. You're afraid talking something. Then you there talking on it. People that are, when they're talking, they want for everybody to be attentive. But when somebody talking, they acting that they are children also. What don't he say is very, very correct. Most of them are going into the you making a law, the question will come for you, and you know your city hall that you get, your town hall, and I know who to take a new budget for you. They will have complete on that. Man, thank you, God.
The second thing I want to highlight has to do with the applications of the written law. Tell you.
Let me firstly give God thanks and appreciation for giving us the opportunity to come here again to do the Liberian people work. During our break, we visited Ghana, and where the committee went to do a piece of job. Of course, yes. We went to discuss how best we can build our reserve. Central Bank was there, and we were able to do some study in Ghana where Ghana took her reserve to $32 billion. How did they do it? We practiced to see as to how they did it, and they did it through their natural resources. So we were there, and Ghana transformed her central bank because she apportioned certain part of the resources to her citizens. And very soon I'll be proposing a bill that will give the Class B mine to Liberians exclusively. I hope you will support me in doing that. And right now in Ghana, the Central Bank of Ghana purchased all proceeds that come from small scale mine.
Please go ahead.
You know what is going on is not very, very anymore. And for Ella, your friend of your talking national issue, discussing national issue, then you stop the only the question for, then you discuss it differently, exactly. And that's very disrespectful. Our people need to be civil because that the people will be spending wrong for them to advocate about this one. They are end up in a war. So let them listen to us.
Thank you. Let me talk to this caller on the line. Good morning.
All right.
Let me talk to this caller on the line. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Please go ahead.
This morning, I'm going to talk to Kua. I'll join the national conversation for my university. I didn't appreciate you for money. But it's not unfortunate for us, for me, and for our people, our listeners. Our senators around our school leaders, center for managing movement, with that or Nathaniel, the people that are answerable to the district, that are answerable to the district of the country, but so that unfortunately have to come and have to know what is actually going on. So we are calling all them to go back for to come back to us. So instead of we have back district to my need, I was telling you people that are in investment. That is what we will do the school. Wait for the district. That's why you are the part of the country. Work with this group and bring this and work out with this issue.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Please go ahead.
The first question I'm going to ask is, people say we last year in Turkey.
No, the mark is understanding. You walk there to talk.
The one thing I want to do here, I thought the mark is going to be and there's nothing. No, but that's a better thing. They can't say that that comes there. You don't do your book that there's and that will say we thought.
Sorry, Margaret.
Look, let me tell you something. That's enough men saying that yes or yes or that. That lady, that yes or yes or. They were not there. Because they told them cooking, they will clean that the weapon break and their body feeling that they coming in now to tell them that when people that they come back for them.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to other caller. I hope you want to make your contribution. You're live on the radio.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Weekie Bruce.
Please go ahead.
Okay, I'm Patrick, calling from Radio from Little Queensland. Okay, I listened to the analysis concerning our senator and our representatives, Mr. Bruce. You know, to be clear with you, if I was president for the Republic of Liberia, I would have asked the public that would dissolve the senators and the representatives. Because the thing is that the senators and the representatives, they are the representation of the citizen when it comes to the governance process. So, their attitude and their attributes should represent a success in the people and among the people. You cannot sit there and you tell somebody that you confirm, somebody have not been confirmed and they sitting into opposition. The first thing the senator and representative already sold themselves to the executive. They will not perform because at the end of the day they have compromised a lot of things. You see, Senator and Representative saying the funding for county development fund, district development fund. I mean, certain things just going on. We start right out of them know about it. But at the end of the day, they are being compromised already. So it's difficult for them to take a decision that is rational. When the president started telling you, the first error in the was when the president started taking people from changing positions. They was to stand by the word and make sure that all those that were taking for them position after the Supreme Court ruled that these people must go back. They're supposed to have compelled the president to live by the ruling of the Supreme Court. But they sat down there and allowed the president to go ahead. So at the end of the day, once all the president does, they got no right to question him. And they got no right to question any executive member because they're fighting with a salary. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your contribution this morning on the show. We'll take two more calls and we'll call it a day. Let me take this one. Good morning.
Good morning, Weekie.
Yeah.
So Weekie,
Weekie, this is different from the senator. First of all, even though we have fun with some of the lawmaker or senator, but let me appreciate one who I guess started something in my district where I found, and I think I will appreciate it for the start. I believe will continue. So I guess thank you for the largest city in our city, mentor. Thank you so much. I think the level is there. We see the level there. We pray that we will have fun because we are the first district in most of the country to be having water for our air for our. We can get 1% everything in more way. We can get nothing there. Thank you for getting there. But here we will have fun with some of them because they are some of them they are bleeding corruption, but we hope that we will do change as time goes by. Thank you for the time.
Thank you. This is my privilege and final caller. You're live.
Good morning, Weekie.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, Weekie, thank you so much. You know, Weekie go to church mobile from Seattle to City Manga Country. Weekie go our senator in Europe. Why don't you put a more than that about all the recording? Weekie go to 300 all the recording. Yamsa, Ghetto, our own offices that was job of all the people, then you in the money that more than say that some people. You get that little for your big power, of course, here. It will not be able to do nothing for that country or that area district to get back to the level of the what you want to do is everything what everything is yeah. There's everything the president. That the people start or say that who you want to be compared to that not in China there.
Okay, thank you. And that's how I would like to leave it there this morning on this edition of the Morning Ride, the People's Program. We're going to be back here tomorrow. I'm Weekie Brooks, Nicholas Bagley, Sada control the videos, the camera, and sound this morning. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
And send it out of the country, and the effects of that country is so unique. And that's why the economy of Ghana is so balanced. Because if you purchase the gold in cities and sell it in US dollar, you have that financial information coming down and you still last your rate. During the break, I went in the county and realized that the elephant issue, and this is going directly to Jivon, Senator Smith. You cannot find our people farming in Cape Town, more especially the upper part of Cape Town today, where the elephants are not given a chance to do anything major. We have said it over and over for the past 4 years, and nothing is done about it. Our people are getting angry, and maybe they will take the law.